Hello, hello, everyone. We are here for our next pitch day after the success of the last one that we had in July and August. We are finally doing this a new version. More down the road, probably every month we're going to do one of these. Every time bigger. The last time we had a big wait list. Now we have a lot of very good judges with us, a lot of very good projects, and I wanted to give you a very warm welcome to now Peter, our intern, is managing everything, but is bringing all of the judges. I wanted to remind you about the cities, why we're doing this, why we're doing this vibe coding campaign, what are those projects all about. So let me share my screen a little bit with you to remind. And it's going to be very brief because we do have a lot of presentations today, and this is probably going to go over for 3 hours or so. So let's be as brief as possible. We are building the venture-minded fund for vibe coders. It's not an investment fund, it's a grant funds where all of these amazing projects are competing for exposition, are competing for grants, are competing for community votes to get curated. We have about $30,000 of funds here, all of them coming from donations, all of them coming from the support of the community. So if you want to support more this initiative, I would invite you to come and check this out. And now we are almost closing the season 5 in about 20 or 30, maybe 40 days maximum. And all of these projects are raising, I would say raising capital, but not in the venture capital kind of the world. They are all getting donations, sales, some of them even investment as well. And we had amazing projects here in the season 5 curated. The Future Zoo has raised almost like $30,000 only for this project and unlocking $5,000 of match funding. Varying from someone that presented last month, raised more than 20K already with the amount that she sold, plus the matches, ESB, Tap Ants, and MDRN, and great projects. And now we have a season 6 open. So if you want to join us, if you want to apply your project, if you want to get curated for this fund, and if you want to start getting your votes, you should come here. Okay, there are a lot of projects that submitted, but they didn't get more, because for eligibility you need to be part of this fund, you need to be part of this community. Okay, of course, need to be vibe coded, need to embody the spirit of vibe coding itself, need to show a working prototype. All of that is important, but need to be part of the community. So you come here, pitch your project. We still have a few slots for today. Okay, so if you're watching this vibe pitch day of luma.com/vibe pitch 2, there are a few slots that you can grab here, and you just need to fill up this project pitch application. Even if you don't have your project in Artizen, okay, you can submit it very quickly. In 5 minutes or so you can submit, and then you can come here, present. There are some slots here if you want to pick on the mid and in the late. We had some last minutes no shows, so we do have those 3 slots open. Come and grab them if you want. If you're a virtual guest here, just let me know, we can put you in. Or if you want to support the fund as well, no one picked this ticket, would be nice. The donation is variable. It's all going to come here for us to build more and more with those vibe coders. Okay, so now that we have the context, let me introduce you the great judges that we have for today. For the early presentation, we are going to have Kelvin, the second, third time with us. Kelvin, thank you very much for coming. Deepo, Sumit, Lokitashi, and Pallavi that are going to be judging this first batch. We are going to have a lot of very good judges in down the day, more 5, 6, 7 great judges to come. Let me present them as they go. And these 5 incredible judges are going to judge as well 5 projects, 5 judges for 5 projects. Over the next 1 hour or so, we're going to get 5 projects coming here in slots of 10 minutes or so. They're going to do a 5 minutes presentation, capped. Okay, on my watch, no extra minute. I'm going to cap it, and then we're going to start with Q&A from the judges. More 5 minutes also of Q&A, sometimes less, sometimes more, so that we can accommodate for everyone. Okay, last one we did in July. It was Yes, it was in July. We went over like 2 hours with 10 projects. It was very good. So now in the August edition, we are going to go more on the clock to make sure that everyone has time to present, right? Okay. So let me introduce everyone to the stage. Peter, thank you very much for helping us to manage everyone. We have Kevin here, we have Sumit, we have Deepu, we have Pallavi, we have uh, Abanesh, and who is presenting first? What's the project presenting first? Let me see. I have Ankit and Hohit here as well. Oh, I love you. So thank you all for joining. Peter, what's the order for today?
Um, Let me see.
Peter Ointon doing great work handling all of the coffee needs for everyone, virtual coffee now, and handling all of the order of the presentation. Last time I was
Found it.
crazy with it, this team dropped 2 times.
Yeah.
So, and now Peter is
So
handling everything very greatly. Thank you, Peter, for your help. Let me know
yeah.
who is going to go first.
But yeah. Okay. So I haven't had any response. I'm trying to contact all of the participants. I already sent to them the link for the StreamYard, but I don't know where they are actually. But they supposed to be in the meet as well as the judges.
Okay,
The same
okay.
meet as well as the judges.
Let's do this. Let's start from the order that we have here in the page. I would ask Kevin for you to present yourself first, and then Deepu, and then Sumit, and then Loktash, then Pallavi.
Nish, you
You,
are present.
yes, all of you are going to be presenting. All of you are going to be judging. Maybe you want to do a 1 minute presentation for all of yourselves. Kevin, would you like to do the honor?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Matthias. Thanks for having me. Super excited to be here today. I'm Kelvin. Right now, I'm the staff software engineer at Noetic. So I lead the machine learning and AI initiatives. We build our own language models to support our user with vibe coding as well. Actually, building code mostly SQL based on top of their databases. So connect with me if you would like to learn more about text to SQL. Previously, I held a few engineering roles in big tech companies, but also in some early startups as well. So yeah, super excited to be here today and see the power of LLMs with AI assisted coding technologies.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Kevin. Deepu would like to go next. Please present yourself about your about your background and what you were excited to see today.
Sounds good. So I'm Deepu Singh. So I'm a strategic data analytics leader in emerging solutions, and I mostly work in computer vision and generative AI and LLMs. And as the market is moving towards agentic AI, so we are exploring that is phase. So I lead the data analytics practice for Fujitsu North America, and I'm a part of the global team for the AI ethics. That's pretty much about me. Over to you.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Deepu, for joining us today. Next, I would invite Sumit. Would you like to
Yep.
present yourself?
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity, Matthew. So I'm Sumit Jeswani. I'm a solutions architect with Google right now, primarily focusing on cloud security and AI security. Recently been doing a lot of AI security related works, attacks like prompt injection and things like that, building some defenses around those and guardrails around those. So that's my primary job. I also do some independent research where I'm, researching around federated learning technologies. So yeah, really excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to some of the amazing projects that are going to be presented today. And I'm going to look at them from a security lens, definitely.
Wonderful. Yeah, see how safe they are, how vibe coding can be used without causing problems, right?
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you. Pallavi, may I have the honor of your introduction?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Matthias. And super excited to be part of this pitch. day to day. I am Pallavi, and I have about a decade of software engineering experience working for both startups and big tech companies. I have worked across the stack. Started my journey as a front end engineer and then moved on to working as a back end engineer for VMware, where I was working on software defined networking. So, like networking infrastructure used in data centers. And then I was at Airbnb working on their payments infrastructure. So, I was a part of a very lean team that re architectured how payment instruments like credit cards, bank accounts, and any payment instruments that are stored on Airbnb, how are they handled within Airbnb? So I was a part of like a big payments re-architecture effort at Airbnb. And more recently, I was the CTO and co-founder of Musa, which is a gamified women's wellness app. So a lot of my expertise of late has been in the area of consumer apps, and I'm super excited to be here and learn about the ideas that everybody is going to present today. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Pallavi. Impressive. I see that I also have Roshit and Ankit already joined. You want to join earlier, or do you want to wait for your slots later?
Oh, I'll wait. I think I messed up on the slot timing, but I'll wait. I just wanted to watch.
No, that's great. That's great. No worries. I'll have you around. We do have Lokitashi, but I guess he did not join, so we do have one extra slot if someone wants to join now. And the first project that is going to present would be Nishant, my student from the academy. Want to present yourself about your project and what we're doing?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Oh, awesome. So I'm Nishant. I am the creator and founder of this game called Node Defenders. The way I started off was trying to explain to my parents what blockchain is, and eventually I was like, okay, I started sketching.
Yes, go on.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I had the Google thing open and I got so confused with.
No worries.
So I started off with sketches and whatnot, but then eventually I was like, maybe I should create a game that explains what blockchain is. I did some market research and I realized that there's not much market for people who are actually actively trying to learn blockchain via gamified means. So I switched or like pivoted towards a game that kind of emulates or like simulates the blockchain experience, but in a gamified manner. So think of it as FIFA for blockchain enthusiasts. And I guess like last time I sort of ran through the same pitch deck, but then like today I have got the actual gameplay that I'm planning on releasing in a couple of days. So I'll just show that to you.
Nice, some alpha. Are you ready to present? I need to pull your screen up when you put it. Just let me know when you are ready to present.
Yeah, so I've started presenting. All right. So this is the Unity build right now, but I'm working on a bunch of things, so I'll go through that as well. Let's just wait. Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready to start, and then we're going to get the timer going. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, all right. I thought I had already started.
Yeah, I was waiting for your presentation, but let's start.
Right.
Get yourself.
So this is Node Defenders. It's a game where you defend your node against hacker bots by placing these security measures or turrets. And so these levels are procedurally generated. So every level is unique based on like an ID that is generated for the players. And this is like a simple gameplay where you just place turrets and kill the bots, and then you try not to get your node hacked. well, right now this is all that you can do, but then I'm not really sure how do I stop sharing. So I've stopped sharing, Matthias. Right. So this is part of a larger ecosystem. Obviously, like I said, so this is just a mini game, and then you'll have like a bunch of games where you'll earn tokens and then use them across the whole ecosystem. Um, I've been working with the backend and building leaderboards. That's kind of why it just looks like a simple game, but it's not really a simple setup because the way I'm making sure that the game is not uh, like you can't cheat in the game is by generating ZK proofs and then sending them onto the blockchain to verify them. So yeah, right now I'm working with the ZK Verify community to or ZK Verify team to integrate. So they have already given me access to a server, and I'm using that to verify proofs because that kind of takes a lot of power. I guess if I were using AWS, I would be spending like 500 USD per month. So I'm saving on that. But my point here is that I'll be working with them to pitch my game to a larger community, and so they have like 100,000 Twitter followers and whatnot. So I'll have a reach there in a few days' time. Yeah, that's about it. Honestly, like I didn't want to go through the same pitch deck again, and like because I saw some of the judges, and I was like, okay, maybe they are the same people.
And there are many now broadcasting to YouTube and all of that. So
yeah, so I just sort of went a bit casual with this. Sorry.
No, that's great. That's great. And this is a big update from your last version. Last time I saw your project.
Yeah. So I mean, like I can show you all the data that has been generated. Actually, you know what? Like it would be fun. Like if you're interested, I'll just show you what data is generated because I'm pretty excited about this, honestly.
Share away. Okay. Do you want to share your screen again?
Yes, I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. Gameplay. Entire screen. Oh yeah, there. Yeah, I'm gonna share my entire screen. So Matthias, I've started sharing.
Let me add to the stage.
Yeah. So what you see here is like the Cloudflare backend, where it's like intermediate server, but this is the Unity game, right? And like my Cloudflare worker sort of generates generates a config for every level. So and then every config basically translates into a unique gameplay. An example of that, sorry, just give me a sec. Is the
as you see, Nishan, it's a great preparation for his presentation.
Sorry, man.
Go for it, brother. Let's go. 30 seconds.
Right. So this is like this is the config and the seed, and then like it generates like a whole bunch of levels, like unlimited levels potentially, and then this gets sent to the game, and so every gameplay is unique in a sense. And then for the verification, this is sent by the game to the servers, and then it does the verification. It makes sure that the game start and end are like sensible, and basically the whole data makes sense, and it matches the config that matches the data that can be generated from the configuration. Yeah, that's it, man.
So, wonderful. That's great. And you're baking that inside the game with the images. It's not AI generated, but you do have the procedural image generation as well, right?
Yes. So all it's procedural map grid generation. So like this is like the grid. It uses like a recursive backtracking and A-star algorithm to generate a grid for every level. So every level is sort of unique. It's unique. I mean, like you can only have so many combinations. Yeah, and all this code, obviously, like I've used Cloud AI. I have like a subscription which Yeah,
Nice.
which is not enough at times. But yeah.
Wonderful. I'll open the questions for the judges. Then let me see what they think of your project.
Cool, Nishant. Like, one question is, are you doing some user testing as you're building this idea out? How much conviction you have on the idea itself and how it's going to sort of get distributed in the community?
Right. So, like the end goal is to create like FIFA for blockchain enthusiasts, but right now it's just a simple tower defense game. And
Mhm.
the way I'm trying to attract community members right now is by working with ZK Verify. So once I launch the game in like a couple of days, like a beta version, I'll work with their marketing team to market the game and attract more players. And we have had like proper discussions about this. So I'm pretty excited about like the number of users, and obviously like they have given me their access to the server, which is not something that people do to
Right.
just about anyone. So yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible that you're generating the game procedurally, right? I'm sure there's like a lot of complex nuances in there, but like
Yeah.
the question is, how do you make sure that that generated gameplay really appeals to your community? Like, how do you build that logic in?
Right. So like right now, like what I'll be releasing isn't like a final product, right? It will still
Okay.
be called a beta. Like
Okay.
I'm still going to test it out with
Mhm.
like the ZK Verify team. I'll like once that sort of does happen, like in the next week, I'll also like select members from their community to come
Mhm.
and try out this product.
Right.
You can also try out the game on like it's sort of like a previous alpha version, I would say. It
Mhm.
doesn't have any like much going on, but if you visit like blockchain.io,
Mhm.
yeah, you'll be able to play the game online, right? So this is like you could call that like a level 10, and what I was showing you is like a level 1.
Right.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Nishant, great presentation. I wasn't part of your previous presentation, so I'm coming in blind here. So can you educate me as to, what problem you're trying to solve here? Why is your solution unique, and who's your target audience here? Who's going to play this game?
Right. So the way I started off is like by trying to explain to my parents what blockchain is, and then I wanted to build like an educational tool for them. I did some research, and there wasn't much appeal for that kind of a product. And then I had a look at what existing games are there in the blockchain space, and what like the infrastructures or like the blockchain infrastructures are supporting these days. And I realized like it's games that are quite popular, and people want more games on the blockchain. So which is why I started off with which is why I pivoted towards that direction. So my main target audience right now are like existing blockchain users and just gamers, because yeah, it's a simple game, so just casual gamers.
Can you shed some light on what is unique about your game? What's unique, and what can we find in other games?
So this game, like by itself, the node defenders game, it has nothing unique. Like it's a simple tower defense game, right? But what I have planned is like FIFA for blockchain enthusiasts, where the whole concept of blockchain is squeezed into various aspects of a game. So right now we are just talking about security, like defending a node, but then eventually we'll also have like games where you'll be producing blocks, and you know something that more blockchain devs and even the community members can relate to, rather than just like a random game. So yeah, that's how I'm pitching it. That's how I feel that it's unique, and I haven't seen any game that does something along these lines apart from like the mining games where you just tap and mine stuff, um, which is not like a simulation thing. I feel like it's only minimal kind of.
Okay, thanks.
Hey Nishant, thanks for sharing the presentation. And I was quite intrigued after looking at what you have built. Um, so I had one quick question, like for education, mostly we do know how things work, right? We do present and people do understand like, yeah, you need to go by an appendix and go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get that understanding, right? So what was your motive to, get started with a gaming platform and not something else? Like, why did you choose only gaming? That was number one question. Second one is, if within your game, like how will a end user understand like which game they need to play? Like, and you said, right, there are different levels in your game, like level 1 to level 10. How are you going to give that differentiation to the different users? Like you are at this level and you should start at level 4 versus, level 1, right? So can you give some, insights about this?
So it stopped being an educational tool after I pivoted. It like I tried creating blog posts, sharing ideas with people, tried creating sketches, and sort of trying to get some attention of people. And I had a lot of views, but not a lot of likes. So I guess like the engagement was low. Um, and yeah, so that's when I sort of just pivoted towards like a proper game which I'd want to play. I haven't found anywhere which I can relate to as a blockchain dev. Yeah, so hope, does that answer your question? Sorry.
No, I'm pretty much sure like you must have a game plan for this, um,
Oh yeah.
like not a game plan like a game, but I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to understand your roadmap for this, right? You are going to penetrate somewhere into the market, right? Where is that
Yeah,
market?
yeah.
Is it like a gaming platform? Is it like a Udemy courses, which we generally give it to the end users, or um, maybe
So
someplace
ZK Verify,
else?
sorry.
Mhm. Yeah, go
So
ahead.
ZK Verify is a blockchain infrastructure. They already have a community, and the
Okay.
like these will be like they have like 20K Discord, Telegram members, like over 120K Twitter followers, and that's why I chose to like build, and they're pretty new, right? Like so they want more games and more interaction on their blockchain, um, and that's how I'm trying to get more users, like trying to attract their community members and getting
Okay.
support
So you are
from.
just first like so you are getting head-on support from the GK team, but you're not open to the entire public, right? Or are you planning to do that?
Well, I mean, you can play the game right now if you just visit the website, and once I release the game to everyone, it will be available for everyone to play. But like the marketing will be done so that people in the zero knowledge, like people who are um, within the blockchain and zero knowledge space, know about it better, I guess, like from via Twitter or Telegram and whatnot.
Correct. And how about the defining the level of your education, right? Like what is the learning level a particular user should grab on, right? How are you differentiating that? Like level 1
Um,
versus level 10?
so it's not like an educational product, right? Like I started off with an like I imagine an educational tool, but then it stopped being one after I pivoted to a game and did some testing on some simple games as well. Um, so right now it's just a game. So if you were to open like your football manager or like just FIFA, it's not really an educational tool, but it brings in what it would be like to play a game, play football in the fields in a way, right? So that's what I'm trying to do with blockchain, like trying to bring in like an abstract concept or into a playable thing.
Sounds good.
Hey Nishan, hey, good stuff. Very good first step, I would say. I think a lot of judges asked about the roadmap and strategy and like what's to come. So yeah, I hope that's gonna happen. I want to understand a little bit more about the process of building what you have had so far, basically. What tool you use, how do you find AI assisted coding technologies, and yeah, just more about the experience of using them, and also how they help you. And do you have any other team member that you collaborate with and build the game together? Yeah, so that's the
So
question.
yeah, I've been using cloud AI, but mostly to like accelerate the process. Like I know I could have coded the whole thing, but it would have taken me like 5 times longer.
Hmm.
Um, but right now, like I've realized like, okay, this is good for like a beta version. For production level, I really need to go through the code and filter out what's crap and what's good.
Yep. Yep.
Because even right now, like I generate like a bunch of code in a single day, and then for the next 2-3 days, I'm debugging it because
Hmm.
I want my Cloudflare worker to communicate with databases and then with Redis as well, so that Redis sends requests to the proof generator. It's like a bunch of things, and I realized that you need to ask the right questions to AI,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
definitely. Yeah.
'cause you can, like I've had a friend who tried to use AI to like I guess like he was trying to do something with Python, and he couldn't
Hmm.
figure it out because like he has never coded, and so I had to run through the debugging process like online because I don't code in Python either, but I knew how to debug, so I knew what questions to ask the AI,
I see.
and
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
it took me.
Definitely. Totally
So
understandable.
yeah, I mean that's kind of how I use it right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the other question? I forgot.
Are you by yourself, or do you work with like other engineers as well in the process of building what you have so far?
So no, I sort of only
You're
started
doing
building
solo
this.
for now, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, got it,
I'm pretty
got it.
confident that I'm gonna build this like a defined product because I've won like several hackathons in the past, and that's how I got involved in the ZK community. I ended up winning like I think like close to 19K USD last towards the end of last year via like a couple of hackathons. Um, and I think people like appreciate like a good user experience, especially in the blockchain space where there's not
Hmm. Hmm.
applications that have a good UX. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So in terms of design, you are also doing that by yourself, right? Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think just one piece of advice, because I use a lot of AI assisted coding nowadays. So everything start with context. Basically, you mentioned that you have to ask the right question, but also giving it enough information to actually generate it. There's a bunch of tools out there. If you start with a really good basically product description and product requirement, and making sure that the all these AI assisted coding to go through the documentation before generating code, I think it will help you a lot. And as a solo developer, that's gonna speed you up a few times, I would say. So yeah,
yeah.
that's what I have.
Thanks.
Wonderful. So if people want to test your game, is it live? blockchaingauss.io?
Yes, you should be able to play it. Oh, one sec.
I just
Uh,
tried it, but it's not working.
Yeah, I think the
one sec.
URL is blocked.
Yeah, I guess
Blockchain.
you made a
L O
typo,
C
right? Let me.
A C H. Yeah, blockchain. I spelled it wrong, man. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. It will redirect to defenders.blockchain.io.
That's
Yeah.
correct now, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Wonderful.
So you can play the game, and it's like a previous version where it's not connected to any backend. Right now, like the version that I'm releasing will have all the backend setups. So you connect your wallet, and then I have a leaderboard and whatnot. So
And
it is getting complicated.
and if you want to check his project on Artizen, it is
Yeah,
here.
that's
No
the node.
defenders. It is on 8th, so it just need a bit more votes. So if you want to come here, vote for no defenders conditioned. I don't know if you want to update that, but it's going very good, Nishan, and let's see if we can get you curated, get some grants from the fund, right?
Thanks.
I would love to.
Yeah, all the best.
Thank you.
All the best. Great work.
Am I supposed to leave the studio now, or what?
Yeah, I can sort that for you. Thank you very much, Nishan.
Thank you.
You did great. Wonderful. Let me see. I guess Loktash, Ravid, Loktash, if you're around here, let me know. I would love for you to join as one of the judges. If you are around there, present yourself.
Yeah, I am here.
Hello.
Like I think I was in backstage or something like this.
No worries. Do you want to present yourself quickly? I guess you don't have your camera, but if you want to present yourself for the crowd to know who are you, what you're looking for when judging the projects, Loktash.
Yes, yeah. So I think I have been judging a lot of hackathons from last 1 year. I was working with Adobe last 5 years. Recently, I moved to ServiceNow. I have been in AI space almost like from 7-8 years, and I'm looking forward to judge this event too.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm very honored to have all of you judges around here. Let me invite the next project to present. Would be Dima. It's up there if we're ready to present, Dima. Let me pull you up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Nice to have you here. Would you like to present yourself before starting your demo, your 5 minutes demo?
Yeah. My name is Dima. I'm a serial startup entrepreneur, and lately, around from November, I start to explore the theme with code generating and vibe coding, and I have several ideas like my pet projects, and one of them I decide to realize, and I'm happy to opportunity to talk to you about it today and get some feedback. For me, it will be first time on the public with this project.
That's wonderful,
and-
wonderful. Dima.
Yeah.
Would you like to present your screen? And then we start at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 minutes per presentation together with your slides, if you have, or your demo in those 5 minutes. And then we're going to start with the questions from the judges for 5 or 10 minutes or so, okay?
Yeah.
Let me when you present, I'm going to pull your screen to the stage.
Do you see?
Add that. There you go.
Mhm.
Ready to
Great.
begin?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. 5 minutes.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about Daily Bro project. It's AI assistant for personal daily management system, and it helps with some tasks, advice, and so on. Currently, the world is too complicated. We have a lot of notifications, but half of the day we see to the phone, and it will be great to find some solution to manage it. But the current and previous generation of application required to learn it, and with people should explore the tools, how to use it, and right now some complex UX problems a lot of projects already has. And I find the solution that you can manage your daily routine, like daily note. For example, in Obsidian, you can manage it like classic note storage. For example, Notion also some kind of application, but I found solution where you can use text interface with assistant, and it help you to manage your day. For example, it has some templates, and you can start with morning routine, plan some day, and it has some notification. AI analyze what you are planning to do this day and extract from your messages, tasks, and notes, and put it to memory, and the agent has a memory, and for different time period. And also some task you can share for your friends or something like that. And I have an idea, maybe I can monetize
Timo,
it.
do you have a live demo for showing the judges? Because you
Yeah,
only have 2
I don't
minutes.
have a lot of slides more.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
Because we want to
explore
see a demo.
the market. It's like a mix of conversational AI and task planner software and something like that. And I think about some free plans with some free messages pro, and space where you can share it with your close people. I don't know. Yeah, I use Claude code for generating. 1 second. I can log in on mobile studio.
Yeah, Timo, I guess we are out of time, but if you have a video or something of the app working, or if you have some version that you have deployed, a web version or something.
Yeah, great. I have a Expa app, and I use TypeScript. And right now I focus it on chat interface, and you have a template. Here you can switch the dates. So
Yeah, yes, Timo, you have a question? Are you okay? Maybe it's a connection issue. Okay, hello, Timo. Do you hear me? Hello, hello.
do you hear me?
Yeah, I guess we had a connection issue. You okay? Connection drop. Sorry about that. People were having some technical issues. Okay, vibe coding is like that, right? Sometimes it works and not, especially when building applications. Your computer can overheat and all. Hello, Jima. You dropped?
Yeah. Sorry. Something
No worries.
happened.
Compiling the app and presenting at the same time can be tricky, right? But we went over the 5 minutes. If you want to demonstrate your app, I know that you dropped it. It's not your connection. It's not a fault that your connection dropped it. Let me know if we can get a glance of your app. Let me add it to the stage.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see right now my screen?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Great. For example, how it works. You get up in the morning, and you can say, "Hi, please help with my day." and the how it works. We have a system prompt and with structure and with several tools. With analyzer of which section of daily routine this belongs, for example, morning routines, focus goals, and so on. For example, I can say today I should pitch the app. And it extracts, analyze what you're saying, and extracts the tasks. Here I'm working on workspaces. Here you can see in the folders your notes, your tasks, and so on. Here the history will be, and here will be tasks that you share with other people, and I found a solution with during customer development that people are ready to pay to each other, for example, for help, and I think maybe commission will be here. We will see, and my personal profile, and something like that. And you can start to work with some tasks, and you can manage a timer, like Pomodoro timer, like tools for productivity, and each your message, each topic you can put in the folders, help you to organize system, like a second brain, something like that, this way. But all of it, AI assistant, like an engine, should manage for you, and it's focused on like backup your day. Yeah, and you can chat. I'm in the process of realization this part, and you can use embeddings and put the different pieces of memory, and can chat across all your memory. Right now, you can use each day separately, but on the next text, yeah, I plan to compare it to each other, something like that.
Well, that's great. Let's set aside some time for the judges to ask questions as well. You have some presentations ahead of you. Thank you very much for presenting. Let me bring the judges to stage now, so that we can ask the questions about your project. Yeah, arrange everything here.
Hey Dima,
Okay.
it's great. It's amazing actually. I think it's a very powerful idea. Very simple yet very powerful idea. I have two questions.
Thank you.
First is I think you explained really well the business and the market share and everything. How does it fit into the category of just another productivity application, but how do you get people to use? Because from what you're pitching is a consolidated sort of like a daily task um, aggregator for me. How do you collect data from my different sources of data, right? So my Gmail, my calendar, all of that. It can be from a data integrations and stuff like that. What's your idea on that? And how do you actually become the source of truth for my daily tasks or like daily whatever we want to do, right? And then the second question is a technical question. How do you maintain the data at the back end, whether it's, and how do you actually query the data when a question is asked. Do you use any sort of like agentic framework to build like maybe like a sort of like a list of agents? I can see that you're calling OpenAI or some LLM with prompts and stuff like that. But do you ever think that you come up with like maybe like a multi-agent system where you have different agents doing different things? Because this agent is better to do that thing, but this agent is better to do something else, right? So when I ask the question, how do you think that question is going to be processed? And how does it retrieve the data, whether it's over like a rack system or something? Yeah, can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, a lot of things from your question still in the process, but I have several ideas. I don't know yet how to realize it better. Initially, about your first question. Yes, it's start from task management system before, and currently I use Obsidian. And 2 years ago, I found a solution how I can connect this with LLM. And right now, a lot of extension you can find for Obsidian, for example, Copilot. But one day I understand that for management I need a super simple interface because daily notes usually is super short, and it would be great if AI will start to note all the stuff and put configure on the right places, database memory, and so on, without I'm super lazy.
Totally. Yeah, I myself, I use Obsidian as well, and I can imagine your app would be super powerful if I can connect Obsidian to it, and then it can understand, you know, my profile better, and the app is super personalized. Also, it connect to my Gmail, so it knows what I need to do today. Like, for example, if today I need to maybe send a payment to someone, it would remind me to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely needed. The calendar will be the first integration, external integration. And also I'm explore opportunity to launch MCP. It help, for example, to bring this solution to cloud desktop or something like that. Tomorrow we will find a lot of ChatGPT in one day start to support MCP, something like that. I'm this part I'm still exploring. Currently, I use AI SDK from Vercel.
Vercel AI.
Yeah, because it helped to switch between models. Very simple. And recently I found Mastra, and it also has AI SDK inside, but I can manage it like agentic system. And for backend, I use Supabase, but right now this application works locally. Inside it has SQL and I think
that's good
maybe
actually.
it will be some paid features and so on if you want to synchronize it or something like that. And also I plan to add support iCloud and Google Drive for storing and
lots of things to do. So
Yeah,
I use Mastra at work a lot, and I really think that Mastra is a very powerful tool. So way to go. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I have a quick question, Dima, around how do you handle sensitive data? At the end of the day, this is a conversational agent that you're trying to build. And if I'm adding my personal data as a prompt, how do you handle that as part of the app?
Right now, everything stored on your device, and only request for OpenAI going directly. And right now, I didn't save your chats. Right now, it should be on your device, and only for inference, it will be sent in for the server, but Expo can send it directly to OpenAI.
But that can be intercepted over the network, right? If you are passing it without masking and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of things I should do here for security and so on. That's why I decide to store only tasks or notes, but not chats right now. Chats on your device, and on the initial stage, I think to use Superbase as backend, but right now I'm exploring more local stuff, and I hope in one day some small models will be on our devices, and we can use it locally, something like that. And
Okay.
Hey, Rima.
Okay.
I have one quick question around the compatibility with different languages. Like, have you considered that? I think currently you are only chatting in English language, right? Have you explored for different languages as well? Because this will be, I mean, if you think about it, if you want to scale this, right, you want everyone in this world to use it, right? And they have different language bases. So how are you thinking to make that change? Are you even thinking about it or not, first of all? That is number one
Yeah.
question. The second one is around the data visualization. Like, how will I know like what I have accomplished today versus yesterday? Like, do you give some like quick insights to your customers, like, or to the users, in fact, whom you are targeting to, um, how they will understand, and they will, at a glance understand like they have been doing great job for the particular day based on the inference which has been, taken out from the application. And how are you going to, give that picture over a period of time, like for a particular week, for a particular month, for a particular quarter, for a particular year? And my last question was around your costing. Like, you had flashed, there is a subscription model, free $8, $20, right? How did you get that differentiation? Like, I did not see $8 versus $20 subscription having a lot of difference in the features. So how are you going to cap that feature for each different models?
Okay. Can you remind me the first question?
First
Sorry.
question was around the compatibility with languages, multi-language.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It works well right now with the current English prompts. If you start to use your native language, it will work. I didn't test for quality yet. I'm personally use three languages, and I live in Balkans. People here has super small language groups, but it works. I start from GPT for all and local Llama 3.1, but one day I switch for Open AI. Right now I use GPT 4.1 because it has super long context, and we can send here super long chats. 1 million. And also you asked about
visualization of the data, like how will you visualize what I have done for a particular day versus like point in time?
Yeah. Here I plan will be folders, and in each folder you can find these tasks, and probably I create the view like a Kanban or lists, and each task will be stored there. Right now it's stored on backend, but I didn't realize this part yet. Each day you can switch here. Right now I have a single chat. I'm focused on core, and I will let, for example, you will swipe, and each day will be separate. If you want to read the logs and so on, but your memory, your notes and tasks will be stored in the workplace. And here will be the same, but only that things that you share with some other people.
Okay.
And
so you have some game
this
plan for that. I mean, you have some feature going to enable for this. Right now, it's not there, correct?
Yeah, I have a lot of plans here, but right now I decide to focus on core messaging system, node system, task system, and probably for initial App Store release, I will hide all other screens and start with chat and the calendar and workspace also. I should have.
About the cost, like how did you determine like those cost categories which you have flashed, which you showed?
Probably it will be something like that.
So are you taking something like the platform cost, or you are adding some margin on the top of it? And I mean, what's the rationale for having that?
I have only Superbase and AI inference, and I plan to switch for GPT OSS and I plan to participate in hackathon OpenAI that will be in a couple of weeks, and I plan to switch from GPT 4.1 to some local model because the level of model is pretty well, and for this application it will be enough. You don't need to create some super complex tech stacks and so on. But if people decide to create some text here, I will find it on the next steps. And so,
thanks, Dima.
Hey, Dima, this is Pallavi, and really powerful idea. It's actually a tool that I'm personally looking for. So super excited about this. Yeah, I think in the pitch you mentioned that you will eventually make this like a voice enabled app. So I'm wondering if that's really your vision for it, because I would love to see an app out there which I could just use like a companion, right? So I just talk to the app creates the tasks based on my conversation, and that's just like the sentiment in the industry is that maybe we are moving more towards like voice enabled apps where the friction of even like chatting with the app doesn't exist. So I don't know if you've thought about this, but this would be like a next step, of course, after you build the MVP out, where the chat assistant works, and then maybe enabling voice and a way to just create like a seamless interface for users to talk and organize their day with the companion.
Yep. For two answers. sort of. About the voice mod. During custom development process, I found that every one of the three people want to use voice mod, and that people send me voice messages and so, and I think it will be in my plan some days, and I have tried 11 labs several months ago for testing purposes, just exploring the tech, and I think on that day when I will find the time to implement it, we will have a lot of different models and tools for
Right.
voice, and maybe I'll start to use
Yeah, definitely a lot of
some
stuff to
these
do.
services.
There's a lot of stuff to do. It's important to be focused, right, in this stage and like figure out what your MVP is. But this is just like, an idea for the future, which I think would make it even more powerful.
Mhm.
Yep. Good
Thank you.
luck.
Thank you a lot.
Was muted. That's amazing. We have some great feedback as well from the audience. Vibe Coded has enabled the youth to build empires. It's nice. Some people asking you, Jima, if this is Vibe funded, Vibe Coded and funded. We have Rainy here following up, praising Kevin for the comments, actually quoting from Tipu as well. Thank you, all the judges, for the incredible, very precise feedbacks for the projects. The audience is loving it. Thank you. Going voice first from Tel Aviv Morgi, something to consider. Yeah, so thank you everyone that is participating out there. Your comments are very, very important. Dima, I just approved you in Artizen. Okay, you came here, you pitched it.
Yeah.
Now your
Thank you,
project
Raj.
is approved. So if anyone wants to go here for Artizen for the fund, let me actually put that in the banner here. So if you want to get a look on Artizen, it's just artisan.fund. Then you can see your fund there very easily. And Dima, your project is, let me see, it is 7. That's nice. You have 1,262 votes, going very well here. Okay. Congratulations. You are 2 positions from being inside the creation threshold, and then we're going to have 20, maybe $30,000 in season 6 or more if we receive more donations for distribution directly for the projects. So thank you very much for coming, for pitching, for presenting your project. It's very well welcomed in the community.
Yeah,
Good luck,
thank
Dima.
you a lot.
It's going to be something.
Yeah. Thank you for your feedback. As I mentioned, it has been my first pitch of this project, and thank you a lot. Before I work on it like stealth mod, and I just applied on Artizen yesterday, and I will be happy if you will support me.
Going very, very well.
You did great.
Good luck.
Great job.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Great pitch. I agree. If it was your first one, you started very well, Timo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let me see, Peter, my intern. Let me see how we are on projects. What's the next presentation that we have?
Actually, we need to change the judge panels because we booked to 1 hour of those
Thank you.
amazing judges here. So I guess we need to thank them first and say their goodbyes.
Thank you. How many judges we have from the next slot? I see Muth here. I see Nandini. I see. Let me see what next.
I have some of them only on the Google Meet room. So
Okay, we
if
have
the
a
ones
green
that
room.
are here, if the ones that are
So
here want to go, we say the goodbyes and then we make the exchange.
wonderful, yeah, because we can only fit 10 in the
Yeah.
stream. Thank you very much, Calvin. Thank you very much, Pallavi. Thank you very much, Deepo, Sumit, Loktashi. Your contributions were amazing. I look forward to see you on next month if you are done for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot for having
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, it was amazing actually. The two products, I think it was great. Like just see the power of AI nowadays to help people build all this stuff so quickly. And yeah, really nice to meet you, everybody. I send LinkedIn invite. Let's keep in touch.
Yeah, let's post that on LinkedIn. Let's retweet, reshare.
Yeah,
It's going to be
let's
great.
do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you all for
Thank you,
coming.
Thank you
Matthias.
all.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Nice to meet
Thank you,
you guys.
Peter.
Bye.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Calvin. Nice to meet you.
yeah.
Yeah. While we swap the judges, Peter, while you do that, let me do a quick rundown again of the presentation. So all of you, we have about 1,000 new watchers now. We're doing this presentation for Artizen. This is an official stream there in Artizen, in this fund called Venture Miner Funds for Vibe Coder. It's a grant fund where we give all of these projects match funding opportunities. If they are created, if they are voted well enough and you're in the top, they can get approved for receiving match funding. In this season 5, we have 5 amazing projects that were created, and they are raising and getting revenue or like more than $30,000, $20,000, $5,000, $7,000 plus matching plus prizes. This is a great platform to fund vibe coders like you. And people, let me do a very important highlight here. These projects are non-technical, okay? These projects came from common people, common creators like you that are not super software engineers. Maybe they have 1 or 2 devs, but most of these projects, they use AI code generation tools, generative AI for coding that we're calling vibe coding. And they can go to market. They can start making sales. They can even raise capital. Okay, so this is possible. This fund is closed for outsiders, so only community members can come. So for you to join the community, you need to attend to one of our free boot camps, workshops, meetups. So you need to come here, pitch your project, submitting the form. We have this form for project application. So if you want to come, apply your project and pitch, this is your opportunity, okay? We're going to have the amazing judges to come here and judge your project, give you feedback, and then you can start getting your votes. It's not only being approved and then you can receive the grants, okay? You need to be created as well. You need to receive enough votes from people from the community voting for your project so that you can get in the creation threshold, okay? That's very important. In season 5, we got 63 projects submitted. The voting was crazy. We got like 41,000 votes. We got 25,000 votes, and still these projects could not qualify. The projects got more than 50,000 votes. This is a lot of votes. So make sure that you submit your project early, that you get traction early, that you get votes early, so that you can get a good result. Okay, that's the objective. Thank you, Peter. Do we have the judges next? The next judges ready to go?
Yeah, they are all down here. So
please
we
bring
can...
them to the stage. Let's start introducing all of them. It's going in order. Thank you, Peter, for the help. Muath, want to go first? Present yourself, my friend. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you as well. It's nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Muath. I'm the founder of an app called SearchQ. It's an app that unifies AI models and tools all in one place, because AI, like, there it has so many fragmented tools that come out every week. Have experience also in AI and Web3 and a lot of different projects over the years. I'm looking forward to seeing the different pitches we have here. So nice to meet you, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Ankit, let me bring you up. There you are.
Hello, everyone.
Please present yourself.
My name is Anchit. I am senior data scientist at Prime Video, and I work on catalog sides of things, basically making sure the quality of catalog is good enough. So I've worked mainly on LLM and GenAI stuff and making sure both the metadata side and the media asset sides both are good. And recently working on a couple of agentic stuff. So that's what I do. And this is my second time being here. Absolutely love the first one. So excited for this one as well. Thank you, Matthias.
Thank you. Thank you for coming again. For returning because you like it. Thank you. Rohit, would you like to present yourself? It's an honor to have you here.
Yeah, no, honor is mine. So my name's Rohit. I come from the data science background as well. Previously, I was in augmented reality, and then I got into a lot of hackathons and stuff. So excited to be part of a similar format here with the whole vibe code pitch. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much for coming. Next would be Nandini. Would like to present yourself. Thank you very much for coming.
Sure, thank you. Thanks for having me. The pleasure is all mine. Hey everyone, I'm Nandini. I am a senior PM at the Google's Office of Cybersecurity Resilience. I'm super passionate about all things cyber, and AI is presenting as great challenges. So here for the social good.
It's wonderful. Thank you. Social good that has a special part in our hearts. Abanish, I see that you are here. You want to judge earlier? You are. You can judge in both slots too if you want. It'd be great to have you around.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I guess your camera is off now, but I could see you a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm happy to kind of judge this hour as well. I currently am the director. Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Please present yourself.
I am the director of AI and data science for one of the biggest online dating portfolio, which is called Match Group. I am looking forward to kind of look at all the pitches around Gen AI, agentic AI, and blockchain technologies. So I'm like super excited to be here. I have been involving myself with a lot of hackathon nowadays because I'm kind of also an angel investor who are kind of trying to do a lot of pre-seed and seed A sort of series. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited to join this event.
That's amazing. Yeah, your point of views are going to be very precise because you're looking at both sides in the tech and the investment, right? So that's very, very good. Thank you, Manish, for coming. And if you can judge in double shifts, that's great. And thank you twice. The next shift is going to have maybe 2 or 3 projects. We do have a lot of backlog of projects, so we are accommodating the projects as they come. Peter is helping me a lot with that. So, Peter, what's the next project for presenting? I heard that it's a very good project next.
Matthias, I don't know if you want me to introduce myself. I'm also
Yeah.
Oh,
you forgot Humphrey.
Okay, you are also in the Okay, you are in the.
Some of the judges decide to come earlier.
Okay, please, Ramprasad, be welcome to
skipping
over. You're going to do double shifts as well. Please.
Happy to do so. No, thank you so much, Matthias. And Pedro for organizing this. My name is Ram, everybody. I work for NSF International. It's a food and water quality testing company. It's a nonprofit organization. And I work as a HR information systems senior manager. So I'm originally from IT, but I ended up in HR. So I've got a blend of IT and HR experience. So right now I sit in the HR world. And recently I've been working a lot on the employee side of it. So my focus is mostly on the employee experience and the blend of that with AI. So I'm really looking forward to the pitches. So thank you.
Thank you very much. A lot of HR tech here. Thank you for your availability, especially for double shifts. Thank you very much.
So I guess every judge had presented himself.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 judges in this panel. That's great.
Yeah. So the next presentation will be mine, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Peter, you're going to steal the stage. That's
I'm sorry.
Awesome. Well, you need to be very good then. Okay, I have high
Okay,
expectations for
okay.
your project.
So before I start to speak about my application, I want to introduce a little part of myself because I don't have technological background. Actually, I'm graduated on animal science, and then some friend of mine presented me programming and coding, and I love it. I feel like it's one to one. You know, you learn, and then you got good on it, and then you get to have a opportunity to work on it. But besides that, the only thing that I like the most is music. So I got the feeling that people should do music more easily nowadays because you don't need to have like an instrument on your home on available to you to have music configuration sets, you know, or you'll be able to create music. So I did this is just a very early stage MVP. I did code it on Windsurf actually. It's wholly is local host as you can see. This is just I actually don't know much of this kind of stuff. You know, this is just me talking to the AI. I mostly use the conversation mode than the code mode because I don't have the feeling that the code mode is so good to me because I don't understand so much. But while I'm talking to the AI, I feel I can orient more the stuff that I want to do. So here is it. My idea here is actually to bring an opportunity for DJs to make music and to share the beats that they are doing on Web3. So we are here in with wallets you can connect. You can injected wallets or MetaMask, and you have like some. Well, this is not working very well, but that's fine. So we have songs here. I don't know if you guys will hear. I hope so. But we have different songs presets here. So if I'm a DJ and I'm come here and I want to make a sound, I will just select what what themes that I want to be in my song, and then I can like mix it around. So I can make more my vibe, you know, make more the way that I want it to be. I can do reverb, I can do delay, and I can add some effects as well. But the mostly of this are just regular mixing that you can use like mono sound or stereo sound, and this is does like this effect that we are seeing on like Tyler the Creator has a song that he does like a spinning around sound on your mind, and it's a very good idea. Actually, I like it so much. So this is one of the stuff that I wanted to be present here. And that's it. I connected with blockchain wallet because I feel like if we have a way to say that I made this beat and you made this one, and we both connected those in the singular music, we can create a small contract, you know. And well, I have the feeling that maybe this is a good idea for DJs. I'm not so sure how this is going to enter, or I'm not the feeling that it's going to be like a boom product. But this is more like what I was supposed to present to you guys. I liked this idea first. I was to trying to make this like an album reader. As I'm listening to music, yeah, I go listen to song in the album. I don't like to like mix around songs from different albums from different singers. I have the feeling that when you are listening to it, it's better to understand what the message are passing through the album. And I guess it's better to understand the music, the artist, the moment that he is passing. I feel more connected to the music like that, and being able to have like different beats from different creators will make like possibility for music to go around. You know, I'm a dreamer. I play drums, and I also like to play guitar at some times when I have the availability. But most of the time, I'm just trying to make sounds, you know, in my mind to create melodies and create like messages to pass. One friend of mine also does music, so we talk a lot about this kind of mindset that you want to have. And yeah, I guess this is the simple as and I would like to share with you guys if I need to go further with this. I need to go deeper, because as you see, I don't have like a white window as well. But this the presets is very hard for to me understand how much the AI can do, because I know I don't have like the technical feeling of the stuff, so I'm just vibing coding it. But I got to this point which I feel like it's very good for like make more robust, more solid proof. And with Web3, I guess I can share with a size of a bubble of people that would be great. I guess this is it. I don't know if I have much more time. Do I?
Oh, that's great. You present your project added for the Web3 community, and Peter, please explain one thing. Is this like a fully coded project? Are you vibe coding before, or is
No,
this
no.
like your first?
Yeah, this is my first web coded project. I want to go. I need to do like a last uh, seminar project in my college to get like the graduation certification, and I want to do an MVP for animal science, especially on the nutrition part, which is the one that I understand better. But I have the feeling that this would be a great demo for me to understand how vibe coding works, and connecting to Web3 is was just one idea that my friend gave it to me. She said that would be good for me to understand this kind of technologies because it's very emergent. So if I want to be like a producer or someone that understands apps, it would be better if I understand Web3 as well.
No, that's great. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
asking that people just give context for everyone because Peter has been helping me with my sessions, with my lessons for the last 3 weeks or so, and it seems like he learned a thing or two in the meantime. that's very very cool.
So I asked Matheus how he comes around when AI makes mistakes, and I have the feeling that AI doesn't know how to handle those mistakes as well. And this is a good part actually because forces you to understand where do you want to speak with the AI and how you want to make agents. My first idea was to make like images from the album from covers. So I felt like, what if I told the AI that I need agents for those things? Like if she drags on like a framework or something like that from another AI. So I told her that I have like OpenAI ChatGPT Premium, and then I got like an env file with my API key here. I guess I won't show actually, but yeah, this is env file, and this will make the AGI connect AGI. No, I'm sorry, the agent connect with the API of OpenAI, so they can generate the album image. But this didn't work it so well, so I thought I wouldn't make like more a sound app than more an artistic image app. But yeah, this is just vibe coded. I didn't like code any line of this stuff. I'm learning JavaScript. I know a lot of vanilla JavaScript, but I don't know about like frameworks or TypeScript. That I know this is TypeScript, right? So I'm not aware of how those things work. But like I know this is a console war, and this is all that I know from here, I guess.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Let me pull up the judges. Okay. So, it. Okay. Okay.
I can go first. I can go first. A pretty cool project, Peter. I actually have uh, a quick question about like the overall roadmap and like trying to better understand. Firstly, like, do you know what target market size do you have? Who are your primary customer? Just to understand like how big that can be potentially be to start with. So I'm gonna start with that. So why don't you go ahead and answer this, and then I'm gonna stack my questions on that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I would guess anyone that has an instrument or can make sounds, you can on the end line of this on the roadmap, like the end product would be a product that I could be able to record some sounds in my end, and then I would be able to send it on the app and disposable by a Web3 wallet payment, and on the other end, I have another type of user that would be the user that does make songs, you know. So I have like two main points here of users. The users that does make songs, so does melody, does songwriting, knows the beat and tempo and stuff like that. And some users that just want to make sounds with an instrument. So I have my guitar here. So I want to make like a G or a D or something like that, and I want to put it on here in reverb version. And the other user that would make songs could use this on his songwriting or something like that. I don't know if I've made myself clear.
Got it. No, no, that makes sense. The follow-up question on that is basically, do we have any competitors at this point? Like, do we know, like, do we have any similar tool that exists on the market right now? Even if you want to penetrate the market, like, you have to have a market plan, right, to go to market and kind of, pitch this to the customer. So just trying to understand, how does the market look like, and what are your primary competitors?
Yeah, I guess in my bubble, I'm saying in my opinion, I don't see a lot of stuff like this. I don't know if you know, if and if you know, I would be love to see how like not vibe coded project like this would look like on the end. But I have the feeling that this is a very different kind of interaction of music, as we are used to just listen to it, or you are in the bubble that you produce music, right? And producers of music, they share with themselves like tempo, what is listened to too much, and what is selling better now, and things that are selling better are things that are doing like repetitively because it makes money, right? But at the end, music is just art, so anyone can do music, and if I'm able to propose a system, well, people can persona or someone can just put some song, and the other with imaginative and creative mind could, oh, I can see a beat on this, and then make like a this the Kendrick Lamar song for Drake. It was like not orientated. It was, I guess, DJ Khaled was the one that made it, right?
Right.
Yeah, he said that he just sent an email for Kendrick Lamar with nothing on his mind, and it didn't work well. So sometimes it connects with society, the songs, right?
Got it.
And yeah, I guess I don't know, but if you know, I would like to see a end product of how this could look like, you know.
Got it. So let's say, with that sort of mindset, that okay, there are no primary competitors available. So last question is, what is your, like, go-to market plan? Like, let's say this gets a hit, you get enough investment. What is your good live plan?
I would like to be able to share this with streamers. Imagine if I have a way to make like Ninja, or here in Brazil we have Alonsoca, we have Gaules, we have a lot of big streamers, and they could do music in streams with their chat and with other streamers. So I guess I'll start there because I have the feeling that make music while you're learning how to songs could create and how words could connect. I feel like this is would be a good entry point for this product.
Got it. Cool, Peter. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abanish.
I can go next.
Okay, thank you.
Since Avanish talked about like the broad market fit, I'll go the other way. So since this is all vibe coded, I wanted to understand like walk me through how you built this, like what you brought to the table, your ideas, and then what AI brought to the table as well, and how you kind of handle all that.
Okay, so I had a lot of debates with the AI because I didn't like their idea. Actually, I have the feeling that while reading through it, I just want to go the other way around it. I don't know why, but I have the feeling that we wouldn't be friends at all. But at the first, I was aiming to do like a project that I have an album cover. So the eyes go to this album cover, takes this image, and makes like an AI NFT of this image, so we can dispose with the songs. Would make sense to have this because a lot of cover images like Avenged Sevenfold or Metallica or Drake or Kendrick Lamar or like Shakira, Beyonce. Uh, they are very well produced, the imagery. So I was wondering what this could look like if an AI would draw this, or if an AI could like re-image this, rethink how this was done, but just the cover of it. And then I didn't got the idea well understood by the AI. We got a lot of discussion on how to make it. And when I say discussion, it wasn't like windsurf was no, you're wrong. It was like I was telling to do it, and he wasn't able to deliver me the thing that I wanted. So because I have not like a lot of expertise on technology, I was like, okay, maybe I can figure it to make something around music because this is a good entry point for me. I understand music somehow, but I don't have the feeling that this is the best idea for the MVP that I want to. And then I was feeling, okay, I can talk about create music, create songs. And I got some ideas with my friends. I talked a lot to myself. I think a lot to myself. I read a lot of the instructions of the AI, but most of all, I just try to instruct with Matheus Pagani engine prompting. I just try to make it like a product that has like functionality on it. I need to hear like some beats or some stuff around it. I wasn't like so attached to like the image or dispose or the CSS, the HTML stuff of it, but I was more attracted to how can I really make a sound of this. And when I like see that this is connecting, okay, this is the way that I want to go. And I didn't have the time to go through with it, but yeah, this is kind of entry point. I did this in like 1 or 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that's very cool. And a little bit of feedback as well. So our other comparisons. So there are other applications out there right now that like you talk about like SoundCloud, where people kind of share their music, even if it's snippets, or any of these music editors out there. They have their VST plugins that let you sample. So is your plan to integrate, like, hypothetically? I know you built this like very quickly, but like pipe coded, but would your plan be to take over that space or contribute to that space? How do you see that happening?
Okay, so I have 26 years old, but I like 80s music, like Aha or I'm hearing a lot of the 80s sounds playlist on Spotify while working. I'm sorry, you guys are listening to it. I just opened it because I want to share some names that I feel like they are important. The pitch mode that is one that I like the most. And I was okay. If I had like the way to have some deep pitch mode beat inside of my app, would be great. So this kind of integration is something that I'm aiming, but I would love to see like more an organic construction of it. This is why I feel like a streamer is doing on first would be good because we have like this kind of funny argument behind it because streamers are always trying to make contact to make people laugh and stuff like that, but being able to create a sound with old beats or new beats would be good as well. I can see my project go into this direction as well.
Got it. Um, Good luck. I mean, great part, and thanks for answering.
Thank you, Rohit.
I can go
Ram?
next. I've got a really small question. So hopefully, if you win the funding, where would you like to invest that, Peter, and what would you use that for? So what functionalities can we expect?
Okay. Tricky question actually. I would hire Matheus Pagani firstly, or raise my paycheck, something like that. But I have the feeling that I would like to see how big streamers nowadays uh would create sounds, what because we know what they like to hear. Most of them just leave a playlist while play something or talk to them chat. But how would be they able to create a song, to create music for like naturally what they really would like to create, because being in front of a camera, you always say what they want to hear, or you go to the bubble that is more hyped and stuff. But what is the human and artistic and individuality part of you that what this want to hear? This would be like my entry point. uh, I would needed to like create a team of developers. I don't feel like the AI can handle an application by itself now. We don't know about the future, right? 10 years from ago, we couldn't see this being able to create in 2 hours just with playing English. I wouldn't imagine that. But at some point, no. But on the entry, I would hire like a dev team and instruct them to go on this direction. I would like to see streamers create songs.
Very cool. Thank you so much. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Yeah, Peter, I guess you cannot win the prize. I still need you as my intern. I'm sorry. I cannot get successful yet. Just kidding. Your answer was very good. Thank you for the question, Ram.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, I don't have a question, but I have a couple of feedback. First of all, as Vibe coded and you don't have any technical or dev background, this was really good in first attempt. Really good job done. Second thing is you touched upon it just a little bit that all the soundtracks or clips or whatever it is will have smart contracts. There are other apps out there like SoundCloud, like Rohit said, that can do, you can share all the thing, all sound, all your tracks and beats and everything. But I don't think they have this smart contract kind of thing. And as far as I know, there is a big problem in industry wherein the credit sharing or like everyone is not getting paid because and they say that this is my track, and blah blah blah, whatever. I think you should go hard on this part wherein it says if you created this and someone down the line, like whatever track, if they use that particular track or use your particular beat, you will, as the producer of it, will, or the creator of it, will get paid. So that was really interesting thing to me, for me.
Yeah, I have the feeling that we should be paid for what we create, right? Every human being will think of this situation, but I'm not aiming like money. I know product aim money. This is capitalism, but I'm just trying to think of the art part of it, the sound part of it. What kind of song do you like, Enchit? I'm sorry to ask.
I like pop music.
Okay, so if you go from pop, will you be able to take some samples from Shakira or Beyonce or Kendrick Lamar and make your sound, and you could pass a message, and from it, people could take your sound that you make from other beats and pass another message, and I have the feeling that if you are connected with your artistic part, or if you have like wanted to create or not being just a human that just see or listen to stuff. This is a good sense of sharing. You can share beats, you can share vocals, you can share like opinions. I don't know how to say, but I have ratings somewhere here, so people can comment on it. I like this beat and I use on it, and maybe people go on to another beat. So I would go on this direction, but I didn't thought about this kind of money part so much. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, it's really good that you are not thinking about money, but other creators might. If someone like, I'll say, someone like me, I come in and I say, I would want to get paid if someone else is using my money. And the point of having smart contracts, I thought, is that like if anyone else comes in, a new creator comes in, they share their music or vocals or whatever, and someone else use that. Let's say the sound, the track is
It
an
gets
hit.
complicated.
They
Yeah,
should be compensated for that. Yeah, exactly.
it gets complicated, especially because at the end I would need to talk to another human being to understand how he's using my beat to make $1 million from it, and I'm not getting anything, right? yeah, it gets tricky. I would think more on this part. Thank you, Ancient.
No problem.
I can ask. So it's great project, Peter. Like, it's great, like seeing non-technical people like being able to develop these kind of projects and like something with AI and Web3 and this kind of creative thing. That's a great attempt to it. A question: Have you like? I know you mentioned it's on your local host right now, but have you showed it like to friends, family, like users, like got any early feedback or like where would you head with it?
So I have a friend of mine that it's very good at developing. I really like. I aim to be something like her somehow. I know she has like 5 years of knowledge ahead of me, but I'm catching my time. I'm doing extra work. Trying to study after my work. So I share with her. She was very annoyed by it because I was thinking people could enter here with email or user login, and she was trying to explain to me that if you are using Web3 technology, you can use wallet, and then you can go log in from that. And this was like mind blowing for me. I didn't understand like in the 15 minutes or so, but at the end, she's very good at explaining herself, and she's patient. But yeah, I have like her. I show it to my girlfriend as well. She doesn't understand anything. I'm like the technology guy for her, and she was like, "Oh, this is like looks really pretty. I'm proud of you," and stuff like that. But um, I guess that's it. I was trying to show to Mateus, but he's very busy. This is the first time he's seeing it. Maybe he will make a improvement on my workload about this because I'm doing another stuff. So maybe I can work more.
You're doing great, Peter. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Actually, this is the first time that I'm showing a technology products for like people that are real developers. You really create something, work on something. You have dailies, you have debug or GitHub stuff to do it. So the first time for me, I'm not so shy. I'm good at talk, but I'm not technology. I'm not Web3. I'm just trying to create art here.
Yeah, that's great to hear, and it's good like you've shown it to a few people. And it's true, like sometimes like with AI, like there's so many things with the log, and you mentioned with Web3, so it's sometimes a better idea to ask AI, is there any existing solutions? Is there any libraries that I can use that can do something? So instead of creating something from scratch, you can use an existing technology service library that can help you and makes a lot of things easier, especially with things that have a lot of application going for. My recommendation is like have this app early on deployed somewhere. You can use like a bunch of different services, and once you have like a ready link, you can share it perhaps in Facebook groups that talk about music, perhaps on different platforms that share these kind of things on Reddit and so on, and like saying how users interact with it. You will get a lot of feedback. You will know, okay, this is good, this is bad, I need to improve this, and you can go from there. But like getting it to people and seeing it and getting feedback from the music community, that I think it's a very good step to start early on. But it's great seeing you. Thank you.
No, I appreciate all of your comments. I feel like this is another knowledge being passed to me, so I really thank you all. I guess this Nadine is the last, right?
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Just wanted to know what was the vibe behind coming up with the name. I did not fully understood the concept behind the blockchain that you were talking about. So would love to know what was the thought process.
Okay. I like the most of the Web3 now is some bands are trying to enter on it. A band that I'm fan of is the Avenged Sevenfold. They are doing like a lot of Web3 technology entrance right now. So they have a Discord group where they are despairing like NFTs and things they can the fans could hold and make like usage of it. Shows entrance, meet and greet, and Q&A, and this is like just Web3 orientated, and they wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff if Web3 wasn't there, you know. So if they are oriented to that, and I feel like they are very good to understand like the market, they are very aware of this kind of stuff. And also, I'm working with a prompt engineer for AI who is teaching about like Web3 knowledge, crypto, and balance. I feel like okay, maybe I should integrate this on my application to see how I can understand better how crypto works, smart contracts, and connecting outside wallets. You know, this was my first idea of it. I felt like it's very complicated if you don't have like technology background to understand. But I think this is a good way to make attract to it, because if I am not as if I don't have as much as opponents on the market, maybe I can like be a big fish on it.
So if I understand correctly, you were going on with a different concept, and then you pivoted. You kind of ended up with a slightly different thing, but you're still kind of working on the idea.
Um, the imagery of the stuff, yeah, I just passed it behind. I'm trying to do the sound orientated app, but the Web3, the crypto main part of it, I guess I want to be there. This is more feels right, you know. I guess this is technology. It will at some point got the world attention and expose the bubble, you know. So yeah, I guess this is it. I don't have like much to say about this because I'm not like an expert on Web3 or crypto. I'm sorry about that,
That's fair.
but I would like to integrate on my apps because I have the feeling that it will be a great idea for me to learn more and to make more traction for the market.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I guess one of my other question was, so I'm a big user of One Tagger and Recordbox in general. I was looking to understand how or what do you think is the top most feature for your app that differentiates it from the other existing products? Like it could be anything from queue mapping to, let's say, audio import or export. How do you manage this across different types of media files?
Yeah. I guess the management of the media files I would be like usual, but as we are doing like peer-to-peer construction of music, I will need to have some kind of API, live API, so the both artists or both of the constructor can make the music on live, right? But the difference I would make would be able to have like different kind of people using this app. So we have like Spotify, for example. They are not making any ad for this, but we have like Spotify. Uh, this is an app that or do you listen to music or do you make music? You can like I cannot make a music with you, for example, on Spotify, but I guess I can make music with you in here if this comes around, you know. So this would be the main difference.
Got it. I think one of my immediate point of feedback for you is to think about the different tiers of the users uh, who are going to come into use your app, and then start thinking about the revenue model from that point onwards. So you have like beginner, advanced, and so on, and based on the use case, you then diversify.
I didn't thought about this kind of beginner user on it. This is a very good idea. Thank you, Nadine.
Yeah.
Wonderful, great vibes, Peter.
Thank you.
Very good. I hope that you just liked the presentation. You did consume half an hour of the blog watching, okay, but you did a very good job. Deserve it. Just let's make sure that we have the no worries. Just let's make sure we have the next project ready to present, because I'm also asking on your help for manning the backstage, right? So let me know how's that going. Do we have the next project ready already?
Yeah, Teresa is here.
Okay, Teresa. That's good. Thank you very much, Peter. Thanks for all of the feedbacks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Teresa, please present yourself. Would love to hear more about you and about your project.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So I'm just getting my slides up on the screen. Give me 1 second.
Okay, no worries.
Yes, probably about a minute.
Wonderful.
Alrighty. I can start whenever everyone's ready.
Okay, let me just pull up on the screen. And yes, you can go ahead. Thank you, Teresa. Present yourself and please present about your project.
Yes. So hi, everyone. My name is Teresa, and I'm the founder of Remotely Good, an AI-powered job board for remote social impact work. So making a difference in the world takes work, and location should not be a barrier to the people doing the work. In just the US alone, there are 7 million job seekers who attempt to break into social impact work, with remote work still popular post-pandemic. However, existing job sites fail to serve job seekers and organizations that do good. These sites, like LinkedIn and Indeed, drown out or price out these organizations, leaving job seekers lost in a sea of roles and struggling to navigate a social impact career. I'm approaching this work with 10 years of nonprofit and political experience after studying government at Cornell University, and being a remote job seeker myself. After years of solutions that fell short, I started Remotely Good as a Substack newsletter that quickly grew to thousands of subscribers. This year, I recruited my CTO, Sofia Mendez, and launched the job site. So Remotely Good is a one-stop end-to-end platform for remote social impact work. We offer job seekers jobs across nonprofit, politics, and socially conscious businesses, along with AI application tools and more to help with the entire application process. For employers, we offer featured job listings, AI hiring tools to help with things like generating job listings and candidate matching, and with remote first consulting. So on the job board, it's actually live right now. You can search for jobs by various filters like salary, location.
Oh, hello. Teresa, I guess your connection is breaking. Hello. Sorry, everyone. Small technical problems here. Okay. Let's wait a couple of minutes. Well, let me see. You can see everyone else there. Just Teresa, unfortunately, drop it. Okay. Well, let's wait for a minute while she returns. How many people have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. Okay, Peter, I see that you are there in the backstage. Just inform you that we're having some technical problems here. I sent him a message. Okay. Teresa should be coming back. Yeah. We have a little problem. Let me see if I can. Yeah, well, maybe time for ads. Don't have any ads here. Maybe I can play some music. Okay. Let's use Peter's app for music, right? Okay. Well, let me bring the judge to the stage in the meantime while Teresa comes back. No Manish, no Ram, no Huret. Improv time with Genie. What are the thoughts so far? Yeah, Teresa dropped it, unfortunately. Maybe some connection issues. At least the green room. So how's it going for all of you? Sorry, improvisation. Maybe we tell some jokes in the meantime.
No, I think so far I've been kind of doing it for the couple of hours. The project has been great. I saw some really interesting ideas basically. So kind of, shout out to you to kind of, organize those. Really good.
Thank you for your feedback, Anish. Thank you.
Yeah, and I was very excited for Teresa because this is pure HR topic, and I was like, okay, I can ask a ton of questions, and I can.
Yeah. She was just getting started. I guess she's in a public space, so maybe.
I think she was using the Wi-Fi from the cafe, which got disconnected.
Probably, or maybe like laptop went out of battery. This happens me all of the time as well. Yeah. I don't know why they do that. It's like it is 90%, 80%, and then 72, 70, and then it drops to 0. It's crazy. I don't know who made that. I guess she's back. Hello, Teresa.
Can we now? Yeah, sorry about that. I think
no worries.
My Wi-Fi just like froze or cut out.
Okay, who guessed Wi-Fi? Okay, well, we're betting on that.
Exactly. So yeah, let me share my screen with my demo real quick.
Okay, no worries. Let me pull you up. Okay.
There we go. Ready? You guys ready?
Yes. Please, let's return when you stop, and I'm going to reset the timer. Okay?
Okay, sure. Okay. Are you all set?
Yes. We can start.
Okay. All right, perfect. So yeah, we're not starting from the beginning. We're just going to go right into the demo. So. So you can see that there's jobs you can search right now. You can save jobs to your dashboard for you to come back to and apply to later. And then here's a preview of the cover letter generator where you just put in the job description for the job you're applying to and paste your resume. And then it literally creates an accurate cover letter that you can just go ahead and send out. So let me go ahead and go back to my presentation. Okay, so let me just talk quickly about my competitors. They exist in 3 categories. There's the big platforms like LinkedIn and Indeed. There's the remote-only job boards that exist, like Remote OK and Flex Jobs and Remotive. And then there's a category of impact job boards like Idealist.org and GamePower.org, Arena.run. Depending on the sector, I have a lot of indirect competitors. But none of these competitors offer AI tools for job seekers and employers except for LinkedIn. That offers basically generic assistance that isn't targeted to the impact sector. And we're also the only impact job board that features jobs across industries. One main complaint that a lot of job seekers claim is that, all the impact job boards are very niche. I will focus solely on nonprofits, solely on politics. If you're looking to work in a startup, it's solely startup work, but it doesn't integrate across industries. So mine features jobs across industries and nonprofits, politics, and mission-driven businesses. So the market for online recruiting and coaching is large at about $40 billion a year globally. We plan to capture enough of that market to secure somewhere around a 10 to 20 million ARR in the next several years with enough assistance with the right strategic advisors and early investors. We plan to do this through a B2B and B2C model, charging for premium daily access to jobs, AI tools for job seekers and employers, featured job listings, remote first consulting, and career coaching. And yeah, like I said, we plan to expand our operations over the next few years by revamping the job board and our AI career tools. We already have around 2,000 monthly active users and around 140 lifetime premium users. This month, we are onboarding 15 employers onto our job board to feature their job listings. And we already had a thriving community of 3,000 subscribers and followers on Substack alone, not even to mention our social media following. So, we're looking for collaborators, looking for investors. We're starting our pre-seed round at a minimum of around $500,000, but we're thinking we want to go as high as $1 million for enough runway over the next few years. So if you want to work with us and support a future of work that is remote first, mission driven, and accessible for all, I'd love to talk after this. So yeah, let's make it easier for millions of people to do good from anywhere. Thank you so much. You can find us at remotelygood.us, and you can follow me on LinkedIn. Thank you so much.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. We all the judges. We just were excited for your presentation. They were saying.
Oh, that's glad. I'm glad. Thank you.
Everyone on stage. Okay. Thank you. Who wants to go first?
I can go first. We can try this the other way around this time. Teresa, this is great. This is really amazing. I personally have been on the lookout to find the relevant position. Always on my employer website, but I couldn't really find it on the public domain. My question is, what are the steps that you have taken to prevent misinformation on the site, as well as make sure that the current postings are relevant in real time?
So I do my best to scrape live active jobs by checking that the links are still live. Though right now, this is an MVP that we launched this summer. So there's, it's frequently updated on every throughout this month. Like we've been frequently adding new jobs, so that we're at around 1,000. But the shelf life of jobs is relatively short, so there are some job listings that are there, and you can see the date very clearly when they're added. Those are not live, but we still currently have hundreds of jobs that people can apply to on the site.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I can go through. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you guys. First of all, really good name. I really like it.
Thank you.
A really amazing mission. I have a small feedback in your slides when you were comparing your competitors with what they have. You said that Indeed or LinkedIn, they don't have remote option available to filter from, right?
They do. You can filter for remote jobs right now on LinkedIn and Indeed. The frustration that you'll run into on LinkedIn and Indeed is that, frankly, a lot of nonprofits and political campaigns and agencies hesitate to post on Indeed. They use LinkedIn more, but there's still some hesitation, specifically with Indeed, because it's very costly. The minimum price per job listing is $150 a month, and there's even they try to upsell you on being higher in the algorithm so that you're seen by more people. So you don't get a really good bang for your buck on the investment of posting there. A lot of job seekers, they don't really read job listings very well, so they spray and pray the resume everywhere. So then the organizations are not really seeing very good talent matching to fill these critical roles. So using Indeed and LinkedIn for the job seeker, it's just frustrating. They feel like they're sifting through a mountain of roles just to not find top nonprofits and top campaigns consistently posting on there. Only to turn to a niche impact job board like Idealist and seeing all these top names posting there, but not on Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I can totally relate to that part. My question was more on the slide that you shared with your competitors. You said there was a across when you filter through remote jobs for Indeed and LinkedIn as well. just changed.
Yeah, let me see.
Maybe okay, it was in a hurry. Maybe I missed something, but I think I saw that there was a cross across there. So you might
Oh, I
find that.
see. No, I see the category you're talking about. It's just about whether they focus exclusively on remote and hybrid jobs only, as opposed to whether they feature them. They definitely feature them. It's more about whether, like, for someone who is in, like, when you're looking for remote and hybrid work, you're kind of maybe very urgently looking for flexibility. Maybe you have some life circumstance, like you're a caregiver, or maybe you have health issues and you just need that flexibility. So you can filter by those roles. But then, in my experience, and then I've heard this from other job seekers now that I've done customer interviews, sometimes job listings are mislabeled. And so this happens frequently with Indeed, where you think that you're clicking on a remote job and it's really either hybrid or just flat out not actually remote. So it's very strange sometimes that, like, a lot of mislabeling and bad UI leads to a harder experience looking for remote work than it needs to be.
Yeah, I totally get it, and totally get it, and thank you for the clarification. I just feedback is just, can you please change the language over there, because if you read it without all this context, it feels like you can't search for remote jobs over on those portals.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can go next. Hey, Teresa. I work for HR, so I'm really close to this one, and I've got a lot of passion in the recruitment systems. The question, I've got a couple of questions. One is, you definitely need the B2B and B2C working for your tool to work, right? So in terms of attracting more employers and in terms of attracting more candidates,
Yes.
what's your strategy? How are you looking at publicizing remote?
Yes, exactly. So I've been able to run maybe shockingly lean over the time I've been building the website and the newsletter. I just happen to be very active in a lot of nonprofit job seeking communities and activist communities. Around the 2020, I joined a lot of communities going into the 2020 election, where people who are politically and civically engaged, chat. A lot of Slack groups, a lot of Facebook and LinkedIn groups as well. So I knew how to find, on the B2C side, lots of job seekers and people looking for mission-driven work. And in the process of doing that, I recruited a lot of employers as well. But that's really the side that I'm fleshing out now in terms of doing my outbound outreach to go to market on the B2B side. I'm utilizing important tools, like I'm using Apollo to source, talent acquisition managers, hiring managers to contact and show and demo remotely good to. But that's really where this pre-seed round is so critical, because I know that I've been able to get as far as I have and get the traction I have through word of mouth. With a marketing budget, with an advertising budget, the growth would be pretty exponential. I ran one test ad with Google search ads, and $100 in Google search ads got me 300 to 400 subscribers in one day.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what a higher budget would do.
That's really nice. And I would also suggest, if you get a chance to market these more in the college fairs, because that's where this whole thing starts, right? That's one.
I participated in a couple. I've done a few. I'm originally from Massachusetts, so I've done career fairs at my local universities like UMass Amherst.
Sweet. Okay. And that's nice. The second question that I've got is, so are you looking at tying up with these ERP platforms like Workday or Oracle and Team, whatever, to sort of integrate remotely good with those platforms?
Yeah.
So that you can attract a lot more employees and it works pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, that's the goal, and that's really where additional funding to help revamp the job board and the technical back-end tools that I'm using right now will come in handy. I was already planning, especially with our new auto apply feature, to just auto send your resume and your cover letter to employers. We have to do those HR tools like Workday, like Ashby, like Greenhouse, Bamboo HR. We've been doing the research to get that ready, and so with the resources we have some prototypes that we're able to get going. I would just be excited to see how much stronger product we can get with more funding.
Very impressive. Last question, I promise. It's more like a feedback, and I saw somewhere that you've written, and it's mentioned somewhere that you're using the AI to match candidates to the jobs, right?
Yeah.
So are you creating a skills repository somewhere to sort of like look at all the skills that is necessary for the market and sort of comparing the two?
We are working on trying to do like our own proprietary model for candidate matching. So far, the integration we currently have is this tool that we're utilizing called 64. It's a tool that helps you to immediately research and get details about job candidates that employers can tap into. And then we utilize AI. Right now, we're using OpenAI and GPT-5 to basically do sort of like a percentage match between candidates and job listings.
Wow. So you're mentioning you've achieved all of this through vibe coding, correct?
Yeah. I moved to San Francisco a year ago. When I moved here, I'd never heard of vibe coding. I'm non-technical. Like I said, I studied government at Cornell, but I'm very heavily involved in like the startup and tech community in SF. I attend a lot of hackathons. I've placed in 10 hackathons this past year. And the entire goal was less to win and more to learn about different tools. I always get excited to hear different sponsored tools and to see the demos of the sponsored tools and take advantage of free trials and free credits to see what I can expand on the website.
That's awesome. Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, everyone.
I can go real quick. First up, again, +1 on the name. I think it's really cool. Good wordplay there. And I'm also very passionate of this particular social good area as well. Personally, I've also been part of during the pandemic, I volunteered a bunch. And you're right, a lot of these sort of job postings gets priced out. People have a filter and they don't want to look below.
Yeah.
But something you mentioned while answering one of the other judges, I want to click on. So you mentioned in some of these bigger sites like Indeed, LinkedIn, what have you, the job poster has to sift through millions of applicants just because people are just praying and spraying and praying. Given now, since you're a judge, you're here to win the fund. Let's say you win the fund, you get to that point. What are some of the thoughts that you have around mitigating some of these problems that job posters have, whereas people are just applying to everything, or in the other side as well for candidates, where they can kind of find things a little easier that align with their skills.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like some of the tools that we offer kind of help to mitigate that somewhat. I mean, the 64 integration of giving the employers a chance to immediately filter to the best candidates, the highest match candidates is definitely going to be helpful for the employers. But on the job seeker side, I mean, even just the idea that yes, you can spray and pray still on my site as well. But if you are a civically engaged and mission-driven job seeker, then I've given you tools to filter to causes that you care about, and it's a component for me as someone who, I'm kind of in my ICP. I'm very much like that, civically engaged job seeker who would see that cause category and just want to click and browse through. If someone stumbles onto my site who's not particularly passionate about social justice work, then that's okay. But sorry, there was a little bit of noise in the background. But I feel like the tools that we offer at least mitigate it to allow for both sides to have a little bit more of a targeted job search and hiring process.
Got it. All right. Well, this was great. So all the best to you.
Thank you.
Amazing. So, Chris, I've approved your project in the fund. You are officially in the competition. Now you need to ramp up those votes. Okay, you have 0 votes yet. Ask your friends, ask the judges to go there and vote for you. The top 5 most voted projects will be eligible for the grant, for the match funding grants on the season 6 when it starts. Okay.
Yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is great. Thank you so much for offering this opportunity.
Thank you.
Just wanted to
Peter.
say real, Teresa, I'm local to SF if you ever want to meet.
Fantastic. Yes. If I drop my LinkedIn in the chat, would you be able to see that?
Let me see.
Maybe.
Okay.
In the private chat or the public chat? Yeah, you can drop in the private chat here.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to trying to connect. We'll get coffee sometime.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, whomever is going to be in SF during Tech Week, Venture Minor should be there during some vibe coding events. So make sure to
Very
check out all of you there. I'm currently in New York. I know that most of the judges are in California as well, Seattle. Let's do something around Tech Week, okay?
That's so
Thank
cool.
you, Teresa.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Peter.
Teresa. This is our product, right? This is a complex, structured product. Thanks, Teresa, for your presentation. Now we have to say goodbyes to this set of judges. The new set is already waiting on the green room, and we will have two more presentations today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, and Ram and Avanish, you're doing double
Yeah,
shifts, right? To stay
it's
in the
like
call.
if you already have judges for the next one, I'm happy to drop off. If not, let me know.
Okay,
Unless you
we have.
have to, but I would love to have you in the
Then I'll be
third
here. Then
slot
I'll be
as
here.
well.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you, all the
your presence
judges.
here is very needed.
I'm very honored for all of you coming here to use the projects, helping us with the creation of the projects. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matthias.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Bye, Matthias.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Matthias.
Let's see. There's okay.
Okay,
Ron drop it as well, or his stay.
I guess
Ron
he'll drop
Prasad.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we have 4 judges in the last panel.
Yeah, we have now Donna is coming, Michael is coming as well, and Shira is also coming.
Okay, wonderful.
So we
And
have
Abanish.
Shira, Abanish is here as well,
No,
and
no.
I need to call Donna and Michael.
Okay. To stage.
Okay.
Hello, Michael. Hello, Shira.
Hi.
Donna should be joining as well. Hello. Thank you all for coming. Sorry for the little delay. We had one extra presentation,
Okay.
surprise presentation from Peter, but it went very well. Manish was here early. He cannot let me lie. So thank you for staying. Next project should be Jesenia.
Jesenia will go first. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Should we wait a few minutes from for Donna, right? In the meantime,
I guess we need to hear from Michael and Shira present.
Yeah, let's first present the judges. In the meantime, while Donna is joining, Michael and Shira would like to present yourselves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Sorry, go ahead, Michael. Hi. Hi, my name is Shira. Hi, my name is Shira.
Sorry about that, Shira. You can go forward.
Yeah, my name is Shira. I'm a PM for pricing at a company called Fivetran. I've been an engineer and then an entrepreneur and now a product manager. And I'm very excited about AI and how vibe coding can democratize building stuff and getting products out to everyone much more easily than before.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. Michael, would you like to present yourself?
Hi. I'm an AI researcher in a university, and also I'm currently an AI engineer and working on the solution for different financial enterprise to automate their workflow. And yeah, that's basically my background. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We have Dawn as well. Thank you for joining. Let me unmute your mic. Yes, hello, Donna. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Donna Kim. I am, sorry, because of the echo, I specialize in global market strategy and ag workflow innovation. It's really a pleasure to meet you and join me doing as a judge today. I look forward to seeing the people's creative ideas. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are you in the same place as Michael? Like in the same room? I see we are getting feedback from one of your mics, so maybe one of you want to mute. Okay, maybe that's the situation, but don't worry about that. We can hear you very well. Thank you very much, Michael, Donna, Shira, and Abanish for judging. I'm very honored to have all of you. Abanish, you are judging for your second shift. You would like just to present yourself for the other judges so that they get to know you as well.
Of course. Yeah, I am the director of AI and data science for one of the biggest online dating portfolio, which is called Match Group. I sort of lead all the different international market, basically the corresponding AI and product innovations. I'm looking forward to kind of for all the interesting projects around Gen AI, blockchain, technology related, basically, to see what are the different innovations coming in the market. I'm also an angel investor myself, who is kind of taking some stab on pre-seeding or like seed market or like Series A probably. So yeah, I've been here for the last couple of hours. Has been a lot of interesting discussions on projects. So looking forward to do the same.
Wonderful. Let me bring Gisenia to the stage. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? Gisenia, let me up the stage. Oh, hello. You went for a coffee. No worries.
Sorry about that. I'm
worries.
at work, and there's a lot going on today. So my name is Gisenia Triumph, and I am currently a product developer at an internship program where essentially they're teaching us how to vibe code and product design and use our strategic thinking to build meaningful products. The product amazing. I'm presenting today, it is pretty amazing. But what I'm going to present today, I'm really excited about. At the beginning of April, I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic. So when we began the process of picking our projects, they were like, what are you grappling with right now? What are you wrestling with? And that's how I came to this specific problem. I didn't know that we actually have a situation in our country right now where 80% of the population is in danger of getting diabetes, which sounds insane, right? How is it possible that so many people could be at risk? But actually 1 in 3 people has diabetes or pre-diabetes and doesn't know it. So I created this system after some deep research to be able to help reverse some of the issues we're having with diabetes. So the 2 main culprits for pre-diabetes and diabetes type 2 is one, psychosocial situation. So we're saying like it's a family, holiday, and all of a sudden, you have auntie who's feeding you 15 different carbs and she's demanding that you eat 10 different meats and you need the extra this and this cream. And we don't realize how the pressure from societal demands create our eating habits. And then we're also in a situation where there's tons and tons of food deserts. So unfortunately, even when we think we have access to healthy food, the ability to actually access them is not there. We may have certain staples, but not the things that are really going to get our health in line. And everything that's being marketed as healthy, a lot of times has additives in it. It has extra sugars, and all of those things add up. We're also just drinking in our calories and our sugar intake. So RhythmWell has the ability to track your health statistics. So we can log a meal. And as you can see here, you'll see different types of meals. You can plug this in manually, or if you don't know the information, you can find it. Let's say it's a chicken meal. Okay, you had a chicken salad, you click on it, you log the meal, it aggregates all the data for you. And then you'll be able to see your health metrics for that. You'll be able to track what it is that you've been eating for the week or for the month. This is all data that you can give to your doctor when you go to your next visit. And they'll be able to see your health insights and say, okay, I see you've been making progress in your eating. I see that your sugars haven't been as high. Or they might say, oh my gosh, even though you are still eating healthy, somehow your sugar is still spiking. We might need to adjust your meds. With that, we can also track blood sugar, stress, sleep, and all of those have different dashboards where you can do that individually. We can scan a meal where you can upload the food. So let's say you don't want to type all that in. You can literally take a picture of your food and it will automatically aggregate more or less how many calories are in your food and how it's impacting your health. We have an AI chat bot that helps you with health strategy, symptom checks, motivation, and nutrition. So the issue with this is that many people don't know what they don't know. And so if you have these questions or you're feeling anxious and you want someone to talk to, but maybe you're too afraid to tell your family, like, I have this health issue, you can go to the nutrition guide and it'll help you adjust your meals. Or you can go to the motivation bot and it will help you to actually be able to focus in on what it is that you have to focus on for this day. And so even if you don't click anything into the motivation bot and you just need a little boost, it will give you a little prompt. You can check your symptoms. Let's say you're feeling super tired and drowsy and you don't know what it is that could be having that cause or that issue. And you can cross-check it against what you're eating or the way you've been sleeping. You can use your health strategy bot to be able to figure out what are the next steps for you to take. Maybe you've never dealt with health issues before and now you have questions. This is where you can come to ask. So when we're talking about the market for this, it's pretty scary that 96 million Americans are actually struggling with some type of illness that is continually bothering them. And so we have annual health care costs right now in our country at $374 billion. But preventative care, it would be $1 on every $7, which means we could significantly reduce our health care costs. My solution is being able to have everything intuitively be able to grab these metrics for you and make it meaningful. So my next steps would be to be able to integrate the Libra. That actually is a device that you stick into your arm. It stays in there for 2 weeks and it tracks all your sugars automatically. So in tandem with the picture taking, you basically would have everything automatically logged. You wouldn't have to manually put it in. We also want to be able to integrate wearables so that it tracks your BP, your heart rate, your breathing, and your sleep at night. All you would have to track manually is your stress levels. And so all of this data together will be able to be used for your doctors, your home health aides, your PCAs, maybe your sister who's been taking care of you, or if you have a sick family member. We often find that people with these illnesses and diseases have multiple co-occurring diseases. So if you have prediabetes or diabetes type 2, you're more likely to have hypertension. You're more likely to get cancer. And so if we're beginning to adjust our health issues with our eating by taking healthy supplements and in tandem with our doctor's support, then we can actually begin to make a dent in this healthcare issue. My structure for my architecture right now has been using OpenAI, Anthropic, and Mistral. Yes.
Just give a heads up on the time.
Oh, sorry about that. So we have an API fallback system to be able to speak to you directly, kind of like having a friend in your pocket. We have a business-to-business system that would have a structured model where we have different pricing systems for different businesses, and it would take a specific amount of money, obviously, $250K just to be able to get the Libra 3 and the wearable integration started. This is kind of like regenerative health. This is manual stuff that for most people feels super overwhelming, but we're trying to make it intuitive. We're trying to make it tangible, easy, so that anybody can do it and anybody can track it. I hope you liked my product, and if you have any questions, you can let me know.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Sandy. Sorry for the heads up. Just that we need to accommodate. Your presentation was great. I'll be calling the judges. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm going to give space. Abanish, Donna, Michael, Shira, please let me know about your questions and feedbacks for Jasenia.
Yeah, I'll start. Hey, Jasenia, nice presentation. I love the product. I love the idea. I love the vision about that 7-to-1 ratio you mentioned, basically about kind of getting so much preventative on that side, basically that people don't have to kind of go for the extreme of spending on the healthcare side. A couple of questions on the product itself. Do you have any customers right now in terms of daily active users or monthly active users, trying to understand if you are able to kind of get some sort of data guidance from the customer segment itself? Yeah.
No, I haven't begun beta testing yet. I'm the only person who has used it up to this point. At the beginning of my journey, I was at 212 pounds. Since beginning this journey, I have reduced my weight to 176 pounds. So I've lost 32 pounds just tracking my health metrics with this app. So I know it works personally. When we're talking about all of these different things, I want to be able to get it HIPAA and HL7 approved. And those take certain cybersecurity measures because I want to be able to make sure that people's health data is protected. And that's a big part of why I'm trying to make sure we get the investment necessary for that $250K to make sure the cybersecurity is tight before we even bring in test users, because we want to make sure all their health data is safe.
Got it. The other question you mentioned about the OpenAI integration, but obviously, as you know, the stack is like tech stack is still innovating. Overall, Gen is still kind of getting to a point that we can slowly trust it. But when it comes to the health matters, basically, I'm just trying to understand your perspective. Like, there are definitely false informations on the web, which the crawler tries to crawl. And what is your sort of thought process on kind of preventing not spreading misinformation when it comes to health, right? Which is like a big sort of safety check. Just trying to get your vision on that. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I have a multi-API fallback system. So it has to go through multiple APIs before it produces the data. That's why it has that little delay. So it goes through OpenAI, it goes through Gemini, and it's double checking the information. Right now, I'm working with a partner to actually be able to build a very specific LLM that is just particular to our system so that it doesn't have misinformation, and we are essentially feeding it the very specific data that it would be assisting customers with. And that is a big job. Obviously, data is super important. We want to make sure that we protect our clients. And that's why we've been working on this separate system to actually be able to keep people's data safe.
Got it. Thank you, Justinian. That's all from my side.
Can I go next? Hi, I'm Donna. I really love your presentation. Personally, I also lost like 40 pounds like 2 years ago. So I am totally understand like
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, I actually kept it in this way, and I understand how it's important to, like what you eat is who you are, right? So I totally understand, yeah, your idea, and he also Abanish asked you about the customer. I was wondering, like, who do you see as your first target users? Like, it could be participants or clinics or general customers. Who do you target first?
So we have a multi-tiered customer system. First is going to be people with prediabetes. After that, the next step would be their patient care. So this is like their home health aides, their doctors, their PCPs, the people that are monitoring their health, that are trying to help them get on the right track. This could also work for nutritionists and coaches that are helping people through these steps. After that, the tertiary target would be family members. So let's say you have like a mama that, all of a sudden she's diagnosed with diabetes type 2 and she doesn't know how to manage it, and you want to be able to track that she's actually responsibly eating. And now she doesn't have to type this stuff out. She doesn't have to track it. She can just take a picture and it's automatically aggregating the data for you. And when you're seeing it spike because she has the Libra 3 installed, now you're seeing, oh, mommy, you didn't put a picture, but I saw a sugar spike. What is it that you ate at 2:00? And it's not to like bash mama, but it's essentially to partner with her, right? To make it easier for our family members, for our loved ones, to make it more intuitive. Because if part of this problem is that there's a community issue where we are socially pressuring one another to eat certain things because maybe that's the way our culture has always eaten. Maybe this is the way this specific community eats because they don't have access to food. Now we're able to actually say, okay, this holiday is coming up. We've already made the agreement. The mama's not going to eat these things because everybody can see they're linked into her health data because she's given permission to them. And now they see this is what happens when mama eats that extra piece of cake. And it boosts her sugars and it could put her life in danger. And so understanding that, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to put geolocation data later that actually aggregates this data and collects it for local politicians so they can know what public programs they need to set in place to begin assisting people, whether it's creating more food pantries or opening up and providing grants for more local supermarkets or natural food stores. And they can actually know how to assist the community in a meaningful way and begin to reverse this pandemic.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. One more quick question. You also mentioned about like tracking blood sugar or also like sleep schedule. Does it require a separate device from you, or it's more like you are integrating with existing like wearable devices?
Right now, you can track everything manually. It hasn't been integrated with wearable devices yet, and it hasn't been integrated with the Libra yet. We are going to need a certain amount of investment capital to actually be able to get all of the right coding and security and various things in place to make sure that that's secure and safe, that it's running the way that it needs to. So everything currently is being manually input, but hopefully we're wanting to be able to just use regular devices. So we're talking about your Samsung watch, your Apple watch that's already tracking that data and connecting it to Apple Health and pulling that data in a way that you don't have to take extra steps if possible.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's all from me.
Thank you for the questions, Donna. Justinia, I loved the idea. I think it is so thoughtful, and I really loved your thoughtful strategy. I wanted to just think through a couple things, scenarios with you. One of the things I think I kind of heard that just made me pause a little bit is like you're the only user of the system. So, just from a proof of concept perspective, this feels really early. So I wonder if there's a path here for you to get like maybe 10, 20 other people before you have all of the heavy duty like HIPAA compliance and the security pieces in place. And the reason for that is then it gives you opportunity to tweak your I guess like app a little bit better, like know where to focus and things like that. And so you're
That
on
makes sense.
yeah. So I think like even before doing any of the heavy duty like compliance pieces, maybe like you're sharing health data, not like through an app, but like maybe, you're checking in with them like manually via like an email, like at the end of day every day, like over 10 participants type thing could potentially, I guess, like give you more data, I'm guessing, right? So that's one. I guess like yes. And then the second piece I wanted to ask is like I'm curious if you've like done any competitive analysis and if you've seen any other tools that already kind of do something similar. I think MyFitnessPal is definitely in the space, and I know like there are quite a few. Noom, for instance, comes to mind, and so I'm curious like how your app stacks against those.
Yeah, I did competitor analysis. In terms of that, there's not anything on the market right now that's as intensive that actually is tracking all of these metrics at the same time and providing the data in a way that is meaningful and being able to be read by your doctors and healthcare providers. There's certainly nothing available where you can actually share it with your daughter and have your daughter help you in your health journey. And so this is a really big part of the app, understanding how our social interactions impact our psychology of how we eat. And sure, Noom does have the psychology of eating, but they're red, yellow, and green, and sure, those are great, but how long are you going to red, yellow, and green? The thing with Noom is that people let go of it after 6 months because guess what? They already know what the red, yellow, and green is. And then after 3 or 4 months, they gain the weight back. And then they're like, maybe I should try it again. And so there's this cycle of breaking. But because it would be integrated with the Libra and the wearables, it would have this data that is continually being produced for your doctor. So it's something that's going to be used in tandem with your medical care team to ensure that you're continuing on your journey of health, and it's monitoring your spikes so that you can actually begin to reverse the changes. You can see, oh, on this day I ate XYZ, and this is what caused that. It's not this idea of like, oh, I think I XYZ, and like if we're thinking about ailing and aging parents, right? A lot of times they can't remember things, or somebody has multiple illnesses and they have so many medicines to track. But when you have something like this, that it's more intuitive, they don't have to fight to think about how to manage their health. It's there for them to support them. And with the AI chatbot, which is something that none of the other ones have, you can actually ask questions that maybe you would be afraid to ask a coach. The pre-diabetic apps that I've seen, I haven't seen any for pre-diabetics. I've seen for people with diabetes, and they're pretty basic. They track your sugars. They may or may not track the pictures, but oftentimes it struggles with aggregating the data for that specific meal, and it confuses it. And then it doesn't aggregate the data correctly for your doctor, and it's not personalized. You can't talk to it. You can't ask it for help. And so being able to ask those questions like, oh, I don't know, are grapes going to spike my sugar? Yes, they are. And the AI bot will tell you, or if you're like, I don't even know where to begin, I feel so overwhelmed. And it'll help you walk through a meditation process where you're able to do steps 1, 2, 3 and walk you through the process rather than you having to call Donna to say, hey, can you help me with this? I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I think that makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hi, I'm Michael. I really like your product. But I have a couple of questions. So nowadays there's kind of like many apps like really help people to monitor their like calorie or their like the food they're eating, right? But I see your like differences. You're targeting on the pre-diabetes for the people who have issue with the pre-diabetes, right? So if you target this group of people, the accuracy level will be totally different for other purpose, right? Because for other purpose, maybe they're just using it for losing weight, which means actually sometimes you're wrong a little bit. It's okay, it's fine. But for pre-diabetes, which means you not only need to record like what food have they eat, how many like sugar have they input, and also you need to monitor their blood sugar, right? The blood sugar level. So the question I want to ask is, have you got any test on the accuracy? Accuracy including the accuracy of the data. For example, if you want to gain the data of the blood sugar, how accuracy can the blood sugar data can it be? And also, speaking of the analysis of the food your intake, how accuracy can you like monitor like how much a food gonna cost like the difference to the blood sugar, and also what can you how you determine is it normal or abnormal for blood sugar for a different person? Yeah, that's my question.
Okay, so first with the Libra API, they have the specific technology that has already been perfected to be able to track the blood sugars. That API would probably cost about $12K a month to be able to integrate it into the app. We're currently using Nutritionix and Food Secrets to be able to produce the recipes and aggregate the nutritional data on the average meal. So it would automatically input your calories. That's why I had that ability to be able to type in your meal in case you don't know, because the average person doesn't know how many calories a lamb gyro has, but you can put it in and it automatically aggregates it according to the average. And then it's going to connect to the blood sugar spikes and you'll be able to aggregate essentially what the differences is and how it's influencing your health. Obviously, we all know that while things more or less are the same between people within certain age ranges and certain demographics, people within a certain age range are going to have a specific level of sugar that they usually have. And once it crosses the line of 4.6 or 4.7, then we're beginning to get into pre-diabetic territory. Once we cross 5.6, then we officially have type 2 diabetes. And it's at that point where we need to work with them to reverse it. That's why the integration of the Libra 3 is so important to this product, because it's actually going to be able to aggregate that data accurately. And we already have the Nutritionix in place where it's aggregating your meal data accurately.
Yeah, thanks for your answer. And I'm kind of so basically your software is not really customized to single like user. It's actually customized to a group of people who have the similar age, right?
The data is going to be to the specific user once they begin inputting their data. So there's a page within my site where you could begin to check off the various diseases that you have. So let's say you have diabetes type 2 and you also have hypertension. And based on that, it's going to begin to filter out the meals that you can and cannot eat, so that it's very specific to you and it's keeping to you. You also have to remember that this is being used in tandem with your PCP, your nutritional coach, your fitness coach. So there's multiple levels of accountability here. It's the app, it's your healthcare team, and it's you working in tandem with the various APIs. So the Libra, the OpenAI, and then of course our database to be able to accurately assess your healthcare needs.
So your analysis is mostly based on LLM instead of some rule-based system, right?
It is a rule-based system. We set up guardrails in place to make sure that it doesn't put out just whatever random data, as you know, the chat bots can often do. And I did a lot of research to be able to do that. But the fact of the matter is that this health stuff, it is general. If you think about it, you know, within a certain demographic, there's going to be a percentage of people that they get it at this age based on their location. So all of this data, which we can get from public health sources and government sources and from medical sources, we will be able to pull. And that's why we're trying to build our own LLM system to be able to make sure that we're pulling the right data, the data that's meaningful to the user.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Nice. Great questions. Artizen, thank you very much for presenting today. Thank all the judges for the feedbacks. I don't think I see your project in Artizen. Did you submit already, or are you looking for applying for the Vibe Coder grants, Gisenia?
I would like to apply for the Vibe Coder grants. I don't know that I got an email that had a link or anything like that.
Yeah. Let me share my screen. So if you went to apply, you might have seen the form, the submission form, right? Where this is the page, venture minor funds for Vibe Coder. You should have the where is the form? Should be in the top here. Sorry about that. Here. The form. So in this form that you filled, you should have the information for the Vibe pitch day. Okay, if you don't have that easy there, just go for the Luma page and click on this link for apply to pitch with the form, and then you're going to see all of the links there of Artizen, the fund, and all. So by pitching today, you are qualified for the fund to not to win the fund, but to participate in the creation process. Okay. So we have some of the projects that presented today. So you can also compete. You can also participate in the Venture Minor Vibe Coders Fund. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Great. Thank you for participating.
Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next project to participate would be Nathaniel. Just confirming if you're ready to go. Add you to the stage. Okay. Good to go.
Hey, Matthias,
Peter,
good to see you again.
Peter messaged me that you have a hard stop. Are you good to present now? We went 20 minutes overboard.
Yes. No, I had a. No, it's fine. Pedro asked me if I could present at 2:00, but I'm in the middle of a hackathon in Argentina right now, so I had to finish something with my teammates at the 4:00 time. But I'm good to go right now.
Okay, no, that's great. You are very active, right? So, would you like to introduce yourself and start your presentation for the judges?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Nathaniel. I've been working the last several years in real estate finance, and a continued frustration in my line of work, both on the real estate development side, on the leasing side, and on the mortgage financing side of things, is how inept the industry seemed at really reaching majority of potential homeowners, millions of people in the country who would qualify under the right programs for financing, but did not have access to it, mostly because of unawareness and because of a lack of accessible channels to properly apply for and get matched with the right programs that would pair with their current financial circumstances and their desires to be homeowners. So that's what spawned my knowledge of the right programs, down payment assistance programs, loan down payment, mortgage options that are mostly federally backed, sometimes state or municipally backed, and combined with the capabilities of AI to quickly analyze a variety of input user data is what led to the creation of the concept for homebuyer help, which at the beginning of this month, I met Matthias and he told me I had no working MVP at the time. I have never written a line of code in my life, but I had the concept, I had the idea, I knew of vibe coding tools. I used Claude a handful of times. And he told me I don't need to recruit a CTO right now. I can build a working prototype, an MVP. If I come to Venture Miners activities and events, by the end of this month, we'll have an MVP working. And now, a day before the month is over, I finally have an MVP working. So that's what I'd like to share with you guys today. So let me share my screen.
That's amazing. Nice to hear that. You pull your screen up when you start presenting.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, you can start your presentation.
Homebuyer Help, we're great. We're now officially incorporated as a Delaware C Corp. The mission statement, the purpose of the company is to enable home ownership for millions of renters in the country who, most of whom believe they do not qualify to be homeowners, but actually do. So the problem that motivated, as I was speaking to a minute ago, is that for about 2 decades now, homeownership has become less and less achievable for the average person in the United States. Each year we see the average first-time homebuyer's age increase, and now it's past the year of 38. 20 years ago, it was people in their late 20s who was the average age of a first-time homebuyer. By the age of 40, people have already had kids. Couples have already had kids for a few years, but it takes that long now to get to the financial stability where people are able, through most common mortgage channels, to become homeowners. We see too, as of 2024, in 237 cities across the country, the average starter home costs over $1 million. And most people in the country still believe that you need a 20% down payment in order to get a mortgage on a home. So in the majority of cities in the country, that's $200,000 you need to have saved up in the bank, which is entirely unachievable to almost every working family in this country. Even to the people who are aware of low down payment options from the FHA, from Fannie Mae, from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and from the Veterans Association that have low down payment mortgage options, even in those cases, a 3.5 to a 5.5% down payment is still 35 to 55 grand in cash that people do not have saved up. And this has only multiplied since COVID. So the solution that we've devised is a mobile first application that's directly designed to solve access and visibility by giving people direct access to the programs that are well suited for them right from their App Store or the Google Play Store. It eliminates the fragmentation in the application process that's split across different lenders, lending backers, and down payment assistance providers. And it also addresses low conversion problems because lenders still predominantly move on a very manual basis where they require a lot of back and forth communication by email and phone and needed certain documents. Instead of streamlining this process where you can actually upload all your supported documents and put in your own personal financial information right on your phone or using your phone's camera. So the product that I'm going to demo for you today, I'm actually going to drop this link in the chat. So anyone after this, feel free to give us a little test run. This is the basis of this is the MVP right here, right? From the landing page of the website or from our app, you'll be able to do this. So start very simply. Let's put our name. So let's say Matthias wanted to look at buying a home, right? First time, yes, he's 18, intending to buy. Gross monthly income. Let's assume the applicant makes a little less than 60 grand a year, right? Gross monthly income, approximately 5,800. Total monthly debts, let's say credit card minimum payments of $350, right? Because our credit score it's not very good, right? Really should be a bit better. So what do we qualify for under the FHA first time home buyer loan program matched with down payment assistance to eliminate the need for a down payment? Well, clearly it's actually possibly a little bit higher than this based off of some additional compensating factors, but most likely you can buy a home for $0 down between $223,000 and $243,000 with an estimated monthly payment of $2,136. That's akin to what people are paying right now in rent each month that could instead be paid as a monthly payment on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Now, pivoting back over. So this is the product that we have created. That is the initial step that users will see. This is a immediate small win or indication, an accurate one of what they will qualify for. The next steps, they then press to continue, and they're asked a survey of more detailed questions about their financial status, about their monthly income, their form of income, whether it's through their pensioner, whether it's W-2 income, whether they're self-employed, whether it's the 1099 and contractual basis. And then after answering those questions, you then get a more detailed breakdown of what you are pre-qualified for. Again, for $0 down payment options. Following that, the third and final step is then to upload the supporting documents. So it'll ask you specifically to go to your bank app, download the last 12 months of statements, upload those. If you have in paper form or in PDF form, your tax returns for the last 3 years, it will ask for those. You can attach them via email or through the web app. You can also scan them with your phone camera as well. And then any other supporting documents that will be required. It can link in-app to Experian to automatically generate or connect to your credit report. And this then gives a determined pre-qualification for what exactly you will qualify for. It will be based off of where you're trying to buy, your income details, etc. The screen that I just showed you, and based off of the input, the 4 questions that we answered, this is an indicative pre-qualification, so not a guarantee, what we just saw. But it is more than 90% accurate based off of the FHA underwriting methodology. The output that comes after the second phase, the second step, once you put in all the more detailed questions, detailed answers, that is a pre-qualification. So too is what you get after the third stage where you upload the supporting documents. That is simply done to verify the input data you put in during the survey questionnaire part. So why this design? Why this format? Well, it's an AI native platform. This will be able to plug into the APIs of lenders and down payment providers, as well as federal housing agents, federal and municipal housing agencies, including Fannie Mae's desktop underwriter API. It is also a unified borrower flow. We've seen the user-facing side of it. The other side of it, which will be a simple intake dashboard, will be that which a lender and a down payment assistance provider has the interface of. And they receive individual applications and all client data right there. And they will then, after the third phase where the documents are uploaded, once you have put in all the information you need, you are then asked a simple question. We've pre-qualified you for this. Here's the full details. Under Fairway Mortgages as the senior mortgage provider under the FHA program, and under Chenoa Fund as the down payment assistance provider. Would you like us to connect you with them and share your information? and will also, of course, give the necessary legal disclaimers expressing how your data and information is protected. You press yes, that is then sent through the interface to the lender and the down payment assistance provider, who will then connect with you and see it through to close. Homebuyer Help, therefore, functions as the mortgage broker in the application process. We do the origination of the borrower, we then do the intake, and then we do the handover to the lender. And through any further communication that is needed between lender and borrower, we help facilitate and can be reached out to by either side throughout that. Mortgage brokerage is not a new industry. This is a actually heavily outdated traditional legacy industry. But the good side of that, our revenue model is easily protected and is already solidified. A 1% industry standard fee for on every loan closed that began with an application through the app. This not only goes for the senior down payment, which under the FHA program, which is what we're focusing on exclusively during the MVP, that is a 96.5% leverage mortgage. That's 96.5, 1% of the 96.5% purchase of the property.
Just a heads up on the time for the presentation. So we have a little late here, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Maybe you want to demo more, no?
Thank you. Okay. And then further incentives from the down payment assistance providers. I mentioned Chenoa Fund. They're a nationwide down payment provider who specifically works with FHA loans and Fannie Mae loans, who we're in communication with right now to collaborate with. And additionally, through referral systems with real estate agents, with home builders like D.R. Horton, the largest home builder in the country, who we're in communication with right now about referring people to us for applicants to buy their homes who don't quite qualify for standard mortgages. So building the right commercial and public partnerships, the other one being with municipal housing agencies. We have a upcoming meeting in a couple of weeks with the New York City Department of Housing Preservation and Development about supporting the app to promote homeownership, and especially in lower income areas in New York City. This is the largest municipal housing agency in the country. And so we're looking to develop public, nonprofit, community, and municipal government organizational relationships, as well as commercial partnerships to drive outreach and access. Quick financial snapshot here. If we're closing 1,000 loans on average in a year, at the average first-time home buyer price of $285,000, that is a nationwide average, rural and urban combined, that gives us an annual revenue of $2.85 million. If we're able to reach just 1/4 of what Rocket Mortgage closes in a year, they close over 400,000 loans in a year. We're able to hit 1/4 penetration of that, which is 100,000. That's an average revenue for the company of $285 million. And it is an AI forward company. Naturally, the EBITDA margin is extremely high, which by our projections now would translate to approximately 185 million in bottom line earnings. So stop sharing there. So that's the premise of the business model and the base function of the app. Again, this is an MVP version you saw, but we do intend to be on the App Store by the end of the year. Well, I guess I'll open it up for questions right now. Please let me know your thoughts, feedbacks, or anything that was unclear. Matthias, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm speaking muted. Sorry about that. Let me add the banner. So if you want to test out, this is the link. We invite all of the judges so that they can ask you the questions directly. Okay. Thank you for pitching the project, Antonio. I'm waiting for my house that you thought that you would get me for free, but to let the judges go first, then I ask you for the house.
Okay.
I can go first. I had some clarifying questions. So is this mostly for FHA loans, or is this across the board for conventional loans as well?
So the MVP is exclusively for the FHA first-time homebuyer program, which is a 3.5% down payment program. The later iterations will also include Fannie Mae's first time homebuyer mortgage, as well as the Fannie Mae and FHA refinance options and some other programs they have, as well as the USDA's homebuyer program, which is for rural areas only, which again is 80% of the country. But that is another program we'll incorporate, as well as the US VA. So anyone who's a U.S. veteran or family member of a veteran that applies to. It will not be for typical private mortgages because those do follow the 20% down payment rule. And the purpose of the app here is not merely to compete with existing mortgage providers or even the kind of more forward solutions like Rocket Mortgage, but rather to activate approximately 25 million more people who are renters in this country who would not qualify for a private mortgage, but would qualify for a low down payment mortgage combined with down payment assistance that matched.
Got it. Thank you for the clarification. So this kind of directly leads me to the next question. Is there any other player here in the space? I mean, obviously I know about Rocket Mortgage and you referenced that as well. But I'm curious if there are other players, if there's, like that are doing this, even if they're not AI forward.
So the Web 2 versions are Rocket Mortgage Better.com is another one. And there's a couple others like it that have been able to reach some new market penetration by making it web-based, app-based, etc. However, no one has specifically tried to target people who do not otherwise qualify, and zero solutions anywhere in the market also combine you with down payment assistance. That is the component, the layer that eliminates that goes from a relatively small down payment, which again is still more than 30 grand in most cases. It goes from a low down payment to no down payment. And especially post-COVID, families and people's personal savings is what is depleted more than anything else, more than people's credit scores, more than their earnings or debt to income ratios.
Got it. Yeah, I think that is super helpful. And then I'll ask one last question and I'll let someone else ask. Can you talk about, like, I know you talked about partnerships, but can you talk about, how much you're looking to raise in your seed round, and then like where do you plan to invest? I do see the Vercel app, like, is this mostly front end? Do you need to do more integrations? Is this more a tech build for the seed round investment, or is it more like partnerships and getting all of the structures in place in order to be able to service this these goals?
That's a great question. So the partnerships do not cost much money to develop. So the raise we're looking to do for a seed round is an $800,000 seed round that will see us through not only launch of the app and being public, it will also see us through the acquisition of mortgage brokerage licenses, which has to be done on a state-by-state level. Granted, we will do multiple at once, starting with high ticket or high priority states. So New York, Texas, Florida, California, as well as Arizona and Georgia, because those states also have specifically very fast track mortgage brokerage application processes. In the interim, we have identified and begun outreach to existing mortgage brokerage companies who are active in multiple states through a joint venture with whom we are able to operate under their license until we acquire our own. So that cuts down the time frame from when we can actually be rolled out and revenue generating. That cuts it down substantially. So the use of funds is primarily for hiring the base team, right? And I've been going to, actually 3 weeks ago was the first hackathon I participated in. Matthias put it on an afternoon in Midtown. And since then, I've been going to a handful, and I've made some very close relationships with some back-end developers and full stack as well, especially some who have my teammate Natalia, who's based in Ecuador, who I'm working with this weekend, was also at the ETH Global Hackathon 2 weeks ago. We built something there. She's a cryptography expert with knowledge of how to use zero knowledge proofs, a Web3, very forward-thinking cryptography component that protects users' data and information, because all of this data falls under personally identifiable information, PII, which is heavily federally regulated as far as how it's handled. So we built out I built out exactly who the team is, but as of now, we're all still working on other projects or full time in our employment because bills need to be paid essentially. So the use of funds is primarily for acquisition of mortgage brokerage applications, or mortgage brokerage licenses, I mean, and for doing the tech build and core team salaries. That is the entire cost to get us not only on the app stores and live, but also revenue generating. We do not intend to do a Series A until we have at least 6 months of revenue generation to prove the margins, not only the EBITDA margin, but also the rate of intake, that if we then expand out marketing and public promotion, not just on online and social media ads and such, but through core partnerships with local governments, nonprofit housing organizations, as well as the commercial partnerships like with nationwide home builders.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can go next, man, and maybe Shira has already sort of covered a lot of questions I had. So just for your seeding round, basically, I was just wondering, like, let's say you get approved for that specific investment, for your go-to-market plan, how do you want to start targeting folks to kind of onboard people to your platform? And again, in order to generate revenue, how do you think about the business model? And uh, in order to achieve that margin goal you have, basically, what are the like roadmap or the plans you have in your mind? Just wanted to get a perspective on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this month we built the MVP. Next month, by the end of September, we will be conducting our alpha test. So you'll be able to see in the next couple of days, you can go to homebuyerhelp.ai and be able to put in your email there to pre-register to participate in the alpha. So as soon as we go live in the alpha testing, anyone who's pre-registered will basically fill out the survey, go through the process, and then get connected with the lenders and down payment assistance providers that we have onboarded for participation in our alpha. This is so we will not be earning any fees. This will be a free revenue, free lead gen service as far as the lenders are concerned. But this is where we're doing validation of concept. This will be done by the end of September. So right now I've been building out relationships with some social media platforms that are focused on financial education for working people and average individuals, as well as some community and nonprofit organizations that are specifically oriented towards housing affordability, and also ones that are working to prevent and eliminate neighborhood displacement, especially as rent and housing costs rise. And this is happening in cities, not just in primary cities like here in New York, but in even secondary and tertiary markets around the country. So these are the partnerships, and again, municipal housing agencies like the New York HPD. These organizations have direct public access promotional channels to reach really into the communities that they serve and operate in. So these are the promotion channels we're intending to activate. We're doing the micro version 2. We intend to have no less than 10,000 participants in our alpha. And then that will be shortly followed by a quick beta, which will be a little bit more advanced, and including the document upload component to it. And then as soon as the beta is done, we will then be going live on the App Store. By that point, we will have the partnerships with existing mortgage brokerage firms active, so we're able to operate and charge the mortgage brokerage fee. To your question about the business model, it is already industry standard. Just as when you buy a home, the agent or broker is their brokerage fee is wrapped into the purchase price of the house. The mortgage broker's fee is already wrapped into the closing cost of the loan. So it's essentially funded by the lender, and then it's part of the mortgage, right? But it's this industry standard 1% of the mortgage cost. So that is our top line revenue. There is some ancillary revenue through anonymizing this very high value data on a large scale, because it's personal financial data combined with intention to buy. And often that is also included with people relocating, people moving from New York down to Florida to buy a home, or the Carolinas, people moving from California to Texas, combined with their actual financial data. That is the ancillary revenue there from secondary data set.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much for all the insights. I love it. Yeah.
My pleasure.
I'll go next. Thank you for Shira and Avinash. I think you guys cover most of the questions, so I'd like to go for another part. When it comes to the legacy industry, such as like mortgage or finance, there will always be concern about like trust, not only in terms of like security or like a currency, but also like cultural alignment. How do you plan to build trust so people actually use this tool, and for as a like first step?
That's a great question, and something we've really done a lot of social engineering to try to account for. Our target user is the 25-year-old remote worker who lives in Bushwick, and it's the 65-year-old single woman whose kids are grown now, who has never graduated high school and lives in rural Nebraska. These are both our intended user. So very different messaging is often needed, because one wants the first one, I'm using extreme examples to kind of make the point clear here. That first user, they want to know, wow, I can completely change my financial circumstance. My net worth overnight can entirely change. And I'm now a homeowner instead of being stuck in a rent trap, not knowing if my rent's going to go up next year, especially depending on what the rent protection laws are where they live. The other wants, I'm putting out personal information. I'm putting up my social security number and my income. This is just on my phone. Major hesitation comes up there, right? And also, we got to account for linguistic differences as well. So in the UI, in the interactiveness, the structure of the app was designed from the beginning to calmly walk you through what is perceived by most people to be a complex financial process that they know very little about. This is the TurboTax, but for getting a mortgage, right? It's accessible. We deliberately are designing the UI to be, include teal and off-white colors that's supposed to invoke a sense of calm, a simple step-by-step process where you simply answer questions one at a time, and it guides you along the track without asking too much at once. That's the intention there. The other, and much more important to that, to the point of trust, is how do people come to find out about it? This is where actually boots on the ground relationships with existing community housing agencies and nonprofit orgs comes really into play. If you were referred to this by the local community organization that works with your neighbors to help them with their needs, then you're much more likely to trust if they say, this app is great, your data is protected. Will actually walk you through the process. I'm sorry, hold on a second, please. Sorry about that. So that the way in which you heard about it is also, it plays not only into getting outreach, but into building an actual trust among the users. Even for people who are applying to buy a home by I mentioned the nationwide home builders a couple of times. D.R. Horton is the one we're in communication with right now. The others are like Ryan Homes, KB Homes, K Hovnanian. These are all companies that I've worked with in the past, so I have connections or relationships with them. So this is very something they're very interested in doing. People apply to buy their homes in a new development they've built. They're trying to sell 400 houses at a time. People apply, put in their financial information, etc. They have a mortgage arm to each of these companies because their incentive is to help people buy their homes. If people don't qualify, these are still private mortgages. If they can simply refer that user who didn't qualify, refer them to our app and refer to us as a partner, then they're more likely to sell that home because we can qualify for people for mortgage options that they cannot. And that also too, anyone who is referred in that format is more likely to trust the app. Why? Because it's the same company you're buying your home from directly facilitated towards this, right? And I'd say the third and final point on trust is the perception, the branding, the public perception of the company itself, right? And this is part of why we're taking such a very serious assessment of the security components from the beginning. Something that would kill this early on would be a leak of data, right? And there's too many vibe coded product examples that we've seen that happen. You know, they start going off and then suddenly it gets hacked, it gets leaked, the back end falls out. We're preventing that from the beginning by instituting beyond industry standard encryption levels, but actually instituting new Web3 solutions like zero knowledge proofs that locally store your data, encrypt it, and then store the parsed encryption keys on a distributed node system on the blockchain, right? So likely via Walrus or Filecoin are probably the solutions we're looking at. But the public perception, this is part of why, even though this is a very highly monetized fintech solution, much more highly directly monetized than most companies in the fintech space, this is really driven by solving a real problem. And so working in a very interactive way with our users. That's how the trust and the brand image is developed and maintained.
Gotcha. Thank you for the answer. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. And I have a question. So basically, your revenue mostly come from lender, right? So the lenders, yes. Why they really wanna so basically what you're doing for lenders, you're simply helping them for acting as an advertisement for them. Basically help them to get a customer, right? Because in my understanding, you pre-approval, the whole analysis of yours cannot really be used for them because your analysis is more like a screening, not an actual calculation. It's kind of like a general calculation, but cannot be really used in the business or production level. So basically, what you are doing for them is just an advertisement. So for advertisement,
I'm glad you.
So I'm saying if only for advertisement.
I'm sorry, there was a delay. I didn't realize you.
The internet has some problem with that thing. So I'm saying that if you're only doing advertisement, are they really willing to pay 1% of each loan that you help them for the advertisement? Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. No, I'm glad you brought this up. It's important to scrutinize the core of the business model here. So firstly, this is already an industry standard format. This is what mortgage brokerage companies do. Just most of them are not doing it in a digital format. They're doing it in a very traditional brick and mortar format, right? And to answer your question though, yes, they absolutely are, because we're not advertising for them. We're originating direct clients that were already pre-qualified. The demo that I showed you is just the initial 4 questions that gives the user an indicative answer, like you will fall in this range. That is not the real process. The real process begins in the next step. It says when you click continue. And then you have to fill out what was your income the last several years, what's your type of employment, break down the details of that monthly debt payments you actually make, what minimum credit cards do you have a car note, all of these things. What is your credit score? You know, not just to click a range, you need to actually connect it to experience where this can be verified. The demo that I showed you, that number is actually calculated based off of the underwriting methodology of the FHA first time homebuyer program. So that those figures are accurate, and they're the same figures that the lender and down payment assistance provider will also arrive at. But the real pre-qualification comes at the end of step 2, which is when you fill out all your further information, the real details. The purpose of the initial, oh, you qualify for this area, is because users will more likely be off-put if they have to go in and answer 25 questions with a whole bunch of personal financial data before they get any indication if this is going to do something for them. It's more like structured to be an early win, if you will, and also an incentive to then see the application process through. Once we have the third step, which again will be done during the beta testing, where you actually upload the supporting documents, we're eliminating all of the work that the lender has to do. Their loan officers would rather be sitting in front of the spreadsheet and working on their own, within their own underwriting API to confirm the details that we provide them, rather than calling up applicants and say, okay, we got your tax return for this year, but we didn't get it for last year. Okay, your tax return is a joint one with your spouse right now, but you're representing your income as being separate, you know, and talk them through the details of all the additional documentation they'll have to provide. Because you're not a W-2, we'll need to actually, you're a 1099, we'll actually need to see your bank account statements for the last 2 years to verify this, etc. That's not something that lenders want to be paying their loan officers to do, and it's not something loan officers want to be doing. So they're absolutely willing to pay a mortgage brokerage fee for those services that whole process being eliminated. We also don't bring them anybody who doesn't pre-qualify. If somebody's debt to income ratio is too high and their monthly income is too low, they won't qualify for something, or they'll qualify for a smaller loan amount that you can't practically buy a home with, in which case we're not connecting them with a lender. So we're saving them an enormous amount of time and resources, especially because their channels for origination and pre-qualification are primarily very, very outdated and fragmented, while ours is streamlined and automated. And lastly, the mortgage brokerage fee is technically paid by the lender because it's part of the mortgage and the mortgage closing costs. However, it's provided as a debt, right? So the borrower is the one really paying it off. The lender pays us, and then the borrower pays the lender back for our fee as well as the mortgage itself through the course of the mortgage. So the lender's not really coming out of pocket. They're coming out of pocket in the same way they are with the mortgage, which they'll be paid back for with interest. So does that clarify?
Yeah. Thank you for your answer. And also, I'm very curious about like how you're gonna code start the whole process, because it's basically two sides, right? One side you need to reach out to lender, another side you need to reach out to the customer. So this code start is gonna take like a huge effort because you need to reach out for both sides. So I'm kind of curious if you which side you're gonna start with, or you're gonna start with the both side. Yeah, I'm just asking.
No, great question. So solutions like better.com and Rocket Mortgage, they're connected with thousands of lenders across the country. Our process does not need to do that because we're not searching every possible lender out there and optimizing it for the best solution for you. We're taking a federally backed program which has specific underwriting criteria determined by the federal agency behind it. So the FHA has the underwriting methodology. Lenders can have their own particular nuances to it, but they're very minor. For example, some lenders will want a lower debt to income ratio for somebody buying in a rural area. Some lenders will be a little less lenient on a low credit score, affecting the interest rate. but these are very minor nuances on a lender-specific basis. The actual underwriting methodology itself is determined by the federal agency or by the FHA in the case of our MVP. So we don't need to build out onboard hundreds of lenders. We really only need about 2 nationwide lenders and 2 down payment assistance programs, which we have already identified and are initiating outreach to in this coming week, this next week, for participation in our alpha. We did a thorough assessment of nationwide lenders who are active under the FHA program and who are specifically have been very tech forward as far as partnerships and integrations they've done. So Fairway is the first one that we're going to be reaching out to, and on the down payment assistance side, it'll be Chenoa Fund, who we have had contact with before. So the primary outreach is focused on the user side, but we do need to lock in the first lender and down payment assistance provider.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Absolutely.
Amazing. So Nathaniel, when are you going to get me my 0 down payment housing again? I'm waiting for that, bro.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Congratulations for participating today. Thank all the judges for the amazing questions. Peter, we don't have any more projects. We are 40 minutes overboard here, but I guess we close it for today, right?
Yeah, we close.
Wonderful.
Well, good.
That closes for today. Thank you again, Donna, Michael, Shira, also all of the other judges that participated before. Thank you again, Nathaniel, for pitching. You are killing it, brother. Hackathons coming here, vibe coding all the way down. I hope you get the success very soon. That's it for today. We're going to wrap up. I will like to thank you, everyone. If you're watching through this video through 3 hours and 40 minutes, congratulations. You should receive a prize at the end. Peter and I are going to work for doing the clips as well for each of the presentations, each of the judges and all. And as I said in the beginning, we're going to try and do that every month now. So maybe September, late September, October, we're going to have more of those pitch events. So stay tuned. Subscribe for Venture Pointer calendar. Enter in your Artizen page. Vote for your favorite projects. If you want to support the initiative, make a donation there, and let's keep vibing. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
It was
Thank you.
a great event.
Thank you so much.
Well, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Donna, Michael. Thank you. Bye, guys.